Nancy Graves Hertzfeld, same thing. Kaukauna, Jody Olson saying go Viroqua. And Danielle Kimmeth, it says, why are we able to see the live stream on YouTube? That's getting all set up. We're getting there. We had a lot of things to do in between games, Danielle, but we'll get it. So, of course, with your baby brother sitting on the mound right now, see if he can duplicate what he did last time. He had a one-hitter on Friday, so he's back. He's ready to go. He's on the mound.
They should be able to see it now over there.
But you should be able to see things now. We should be able to go. We got things loaded, locked and loaded and everything. We just had to kind of adjust. Also, Jeff Sauer hooked up to the boys that do the radio for Viroqua, so every once in a while we're going to be piping those guys in too, so the people of Viroqua have a chance to listen to their legendary voices on the radio from Viroqua. So, they were nice enough in the past when we had State in Viroqua, we were able to listen to their live stream in the past, so, it's kind of scratching each other's back. So, anyway, Danielle says it's perfect now, and let's go Kyle, and Stephanie Hopkins says let's go 138ers.
All right, just wanted to make sure that we've got the YouTube channel up and running for everybody, and making sure that we are ready for this broadcast.
And it'll be shortstop number 1, Griffin Olson, leading things off for the 138ers. The rain has finally stopped, and now here we go. First pitch inside and low.
So as you were talking before, Viroqua comes in now with a 37-5 record after going 3-0 in their pool play.
And this one lifted out to left field. And it'll be Owen Mursal out there camping under it for out number 1. Brings up the catcher, Evan Hubach. I forgot to put the C before the H. All right. And the pitch. And strike call. Once again, Kyle Springstro back on Friday threw a one-hitter. Mixes the ball up well, but mainly he's got some good movement on that fastball. He's able to get it to rise sometimes and sometimes tail in on a right-hander. And big sister Danielle, she says she's got everything now, thanks, and here we go.
All right, just a reminder to keep posting in the chats. Both post in the YouTube chat, and make sure you're posting in the Facebook chat.
And a swing and a miss by Hubach, and that's out number 2. Clayton Slack, the Viroqua pitcher, now coming up to the plate.
I'm just going to do a test and see if we've got Viroqua's feed.
Played in that for 3 innings at the end of the banquet, and then went to the game yesterday here, and the pitch to Clayton.
All right.
So like we said, once in a while we'll stop talking and bring in the feed of those guys, so those people in land of the 138ers can listen to their legendary voice, kind of like we like listening to our legendary voices, Steve Winterhack over here.
Makes for a great partnership. Again, we're trying to make sure that everybody is represented here. We're glad that they're traveled and wanted to stay with their community.
Grounder, foul to the left side. Jason Kelly, the third base ump over there. He used to plate ump in the last game between Anago and Waupun. Anago ended up taking third place with a 9-0 victory earlier. Due to the weather and so forth, that's why we did not have pool play for the 4 seeds and 3 seeds from each pool. Plus, they have just a little bit farther to travel than we do. And this one, a flare out to left center and lands right in front of Mursal for the first base hit of the ball game. Clayton Slack helping his own cause with a base hit to left field. Anago players were just saying that it's pretty swampy out there in the outfield. Of course, over the course of the last few days, we've had, I don't know how many inches of rain. I know a couple nights ago it was 5.5. So, needless to say, like I said, here back in July, I remember going 2 weeks straight without mowing the lawn, and now I look at my lawn and I'm like, uh-oh. I was going to say I might have to get the scythe out, and it'd be like chopping hay, old school. Corey Swedberg saying, go Kaukauna. And Lara Bauer saying, let's go post 138 with a little baseball emoji after it.
138ers taking on the Angels.
Camden Oliver, the big hurt coming up. Yesterday, he hit one straightaway center right over the 365 mark. It was one of 3 home runs that Viroqua hit yesterday. Matheson, the other responsible for the other 2. Needless to say, the wind's not blowing. The flag is pretty much limp out there in right center, and it's going to take quite a poke if you want to hit one out today.
The big hurt. Did you say that already?
Yeah, I said the big hurt, yes.
Right,
yeah.
So. And that comes again from the chats. We've been able to get that information from the chat, so please share that information with us so that we can make sure that we add a little bit more personality to the broadcast.
Corey Shue out there rooting for Kaukauna as Oliver goes down looking for out number 3. So it's Viroqua, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and at the end of 1/2 inning is the Viroqua 138ers 0, Kaukauna Angels coming to bat.
Do you know what their names were again?
Who's in? No.
Okay, good. They're up. Look at. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, she's in the back city. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, maybe she forgot there's not Friday, but Monday.
Yeah,
Could very well be. Okay. Thank you, Abby. Yep.
For advice from people who know how to save energy and protect the environment, they can help you collect appliances. Understand.
I just saw your message here now, 8 minutes ago. Slow.
All right, welcome back here to the Gus in Waupun, Wisconsin, as you are watching the championship game for the Central Plains Division, or AA American Legion National Tournament.
It'll be Gannon Vanderhey, the second baseman for Kaukauna, leading things off. Followed by Cody Gaber and Charlie Block, as this pitch is outside from Clayton Slack. Clayton, the pitcher of record on Friday in a 4-2 victory over La Crescent.
Is Sammy not running a game changer, it looks like?
I don't know. Next pitch outside, count now runs to 2-1.
I couldn't see him over there, sorry about that. But they're taking down
Next
the
pitch outside corner, swing and a miss. Count even now at 2-2.
We're going to have to rely on Scotty to give us the information about pitch count and all.
Yeah. And this one hit to the opposite field, and it lands just foul. And just like a loft wedge on the green, it decides to stick a little bit. Might have to replace the divot out there.
Yeah, we saw that in the last game. A couple of the fly balls that went foul and were landing in there. They just hit and stuck. Like they went right into the mud. So the outfield is a little soggy.
Yeah. A lot of the outfielders kind of, they're used to chasing something down and it bounces right up and they're able to pick it up and throw it in quickly. There was a couple outfielders in the last game that were overrunning the ball.
So it still is. It still is wonderful that we are actually playing.
And a fly ball to left falls in the Bermuda Triangle right between shortstop, left, and center for the first hit for Kaukauna. And Vanderhey leads things off for the Angels as Cody Gaber, the center fielder.
Shannon Marie asks a great question. Is there a World Series opportunity for the winner?
Not for Legion ball. This is it.
Actually, for AA, there is not. There is for AAA.
Yeah.
The AAA has the opportunity, but our representative for AAA is DePere. And they
nice bunt,
lost.
They throw it over to second, and
good play
Jason
over there.
Kelly,
It is for AAA.
Yeah.
The AAA has the opportunity, but our representative for AAA is DePere. And they
nice bunt,
lost.
They throw it over to second, and a 1-6 put out for out number one. Brings up the catcher, Charlie Block.
Still leaves a runner over at first base. My first base camera is struggling a little bit today. Still couldn't get all of the moisture out of it, all of the cords and everything. I thought it would be okay, but piping some HDMI cable all the way from there, I end up someplace in there. I've got some moisture inside the cable, and it's just not giving me the view that I want. But I do have third base camera working and the home plate camera working, so and the outfield. So we got 3 cameras, or 4 with a scoreboard.
And you got, like I said, Charlie coming up. We've had 5 total home runs hit, and Charlie's one of them.
Stolen base?
Stolen base by Gaber.
Jimmy John's freaky fast stolen base.
Yes.
So want to thank Jimmy John's for being one of our sponsors. Also, Subway isn't going to get the love as much, but Subway provided one of the team meals, so want to make sure that they get the shout out. So if you're not familiar here at the Legion, the boys, they got to be fed. So one of the things that's guaranteed is one of the meals that counts is they get their breakfast at the hotel, and then the American Legion Post 210 is responsible for finding their other meals. And
yesterday was Subway, and then also the day before, I think Pizza Ranch stayed open for a couple teams that got done a little bit later than normal. So that was nice of them. Also, Tony's Pizza provided 20 football pizzas on day one for all the teams.
Oh, so Shannon Marie says she's lost sound. So is that true out there on Facebook land too? Before I unplug over here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say those that are on Facebook land. I see David Banishevsky from.
Oh, it was something with her earpiece. Okay, so she's got it working.
All right, fantastic.
Thank goodness. Whew. It's been one of those weekends where I've already been scrambling enough with the technology to try and with all of the rain and all of everything else that I'm hoping that we don't lose everything here.
Brings up yesterday's winning pitcher, Xander Hippis, as he drives one to right center. We'll see if that can get caught. No, it's over the head of the center fielder, and Kaukana's on the board first as Hippis has an RBI double here in inning number 1 to put Kaukauna on the board. So Kaukauna Angels on the board first with a double to right center. Little exchange of the baseballs. I know Rob Rule was yelling out to the booth not too long ago, saying they, obviously with the wet conditions, you're going to need just a few more baseballs for this game.
Yeah, and I noticed that the coaching staff for Waupun is scrambling around to clear everything up, so get down some of the canopies that are here. As we know that weather's moving in, and I'm in the same situation. I'm hoping I can be lucky enough. I'll have to pay my son instead of him just coming down and being generous about it, but have him come down hopefully and help me tear down all these cords that I've got running all over the place and try and get that all out of here. Hopefully I can get it done within an hour or two after the game.
Matt Bartell, the shortstop of Kaukauna in the batter's box. He's ahead quickly 2-0, and the next pitch outside 3-0 now to number 10, Matt Bartell. Stretch, pitch, fastball. He had the green light on 3-0. Fouls this one straight back. Probably one of those deals where the coach says, hey, you get a fastball belt high, go take care of it. He just missed it and fouled it straight back. 3-1 pitch now coming from Slack. This one tickles the inside corner, and the count now is full at 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up soon from Slack. We got a 3-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second. Kaukauna leads in the bottom of the first, 1-0. Next pitch, drilled down left side, and we got an E10 over there as the third base coach, not able to handle it. He's looking to his fans over there by the dugout, and as they must have gave him just a little bit. I can say, I don't know. He didn't have a glove. I'm sure if he had a glove, he'd been able to scoop that one, but kind of olayed it like a matador. That one was coming down there hot.
It had some smoke, so
Yeah.
I'm glad I wouldn't have stuck my hands out there either.
Next one, a foul ball, heads towards the concession stand over there. Matt just a little bit ahead of it, but with a 3-2 count, you just anything close, you got to be swinging. Next one, a pop fly up in the air. Shortstop going back. This one might be a challenge, but the left fielder able to come in. Camp under that one. That was Ashton Swanson coming in and getting the final out in the bottom half of the first. So 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left, and at the end of 1 complete. It's Angels 1, 138ers, nothing.
Come back like yesterday.
All right, we're at the top of the second inning. Viroqua down 1-0. We're going to
Here we
hand it
go.
over to the Viroqua radio
Leading off,
guys.
Number 21, Noah Matheson.
Here we go.
For Viroqua. And the pitch is a strike 1, 0-1 to Noah Matheson.
Do they have a pitch count here somewhere?
Upstairs somewhere, yep.
Okay.
0-1 the count. And the pitch. Outside ball 1-1 to Noah. Noah hit 2 home runs yesterday in the Viroqua win. 1 behind Camden Oliver in the 3-run first inning. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung. Did he go around, break the plane of the plate? No, I guess not. 2-1. No, now call strike 2. They changed their mind. They break the plane of the plate, so it's strike 2, Derek Freeman says.
It's all up to the umpire. There's actually no rule that says if it's a swing or not.
It's a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Noah Matheson down. 1-1 down. Matheson goes down. Kaukauna with a pretty good pitcher there in Springstrow. And Kaukauna's in the AA division, 550 and above to about maybe, I think it's 1,200 students in high school, 10 to 12. 1-1 down. And the batter now is Ashton Swanson. And for him, he had a base hit yesterday, and it must have been awfully good to finally get a hit. Mom's here today. I see his sister live. 1 ball, no strikeout, 1 down. Grandma and Grandpa probably tuning in by ham radio today. Here's a foul ball, first base side, 1-1. Your Uncle John thought he'd try to watch it on TV and listen to us on the radio. Well, he's got the benefit of both today.
Great. He can hear us twice, double.
Yeah. Do I need the radio on, Terry, too?
We didn't know we were going to be on the live feed until about 30 seconds before.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pitch, outside ball 2, it's 2-1. What thousands of fans that Steph has on her Facebook page know now. How can you get more followers than I do? 2 balls and a strike, 1 out.
Not possible, Gary.
1-0 the count on the scoreboard, Kaukauna. A strike call, it is strike 2, 2-2. Springstone doing very well on the mound for Kaukauna here in the early go. Kelly Olson for Viroqua coaching on the third baseline. Scott Hubosh, Evan's father over at first base. 2-2 pitch. It's high for foul. Out of play, 2-2. And so far, Judy Gilbertson has not been hit on the head with a foul ball.
Wow.
But has been close a couple of times.
Or the foot.
2 balls and 2 strikes. She's away from you and me. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Ashton Swanson goes after it, offers, and strike 3. 2 strikeouts in a row. And Swanson is down swinging.
Springstone looks good.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And
Yeah,
now
4
suddenly,
strikeouts in the game, Gary.
wow. Off to a good start here, Springstone. 1 hit by Clayton Slack, otherwise he's been flawless. The tapper followed by Kowalczyk. Not sure if Mom and Dad are up here or not today. They were there. Well, Miss Wildman found her instructions. I think she'll be okay. Take a Valium and rest. No balls in the strike. 2 outs. Nothing to worry about. Here's a ground ball toward first base. First spin, backhands the ball. He will flip to the pitcher at first base. Steps in the bag. Nice play by Kaukauna that time. By take a Valium and rest. No balls in the strike. 2 outs. Nothing to worry about. Here's a ground ball toward first base. First spin, backhands the ball. He will flip to the pitcher at first base. Steps in the bag. Nice play by Kaukauna that time. By
All right, welcome back, folks. It's Kaukauna 1, Viroqua nothing, as Springstro is wheeling and dealing for Kaukauna. And with the exception of a couple hiccups, Clayton Slack not doing a bad job either with his 3-quarter delivery. Carol Young saying good luck to Viroqua. And also like to thank WVRQ giving us a little top of the second inning broadcast. It's kind of just fun listening because obviously they got a little more, personal touch to the Viroqua community, and they're talking about grandpas and grandmas listening and ham radios and things like that. So,
doesn't it? But isn't.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Out to center field for a base hit on the 0-2 pitch by pitcher Kyle Springstro. So it's a leadoff base hit for Kaukauna and Springstro. Here is Carter Stenke, the DH, hitting for the right fielder, in Carver Capel, or Capel, for Kaukauna. Chance even checked with Bill in pronunciation, because he gave us the lineup about 2 minutes before the game started on the radio here, so. Clayton Slack now with the runner at first base. This is the 7th man of the order, the 2nd of the inning. As Kaukauna batted 5 in the first. Ooh. And a ball that got past hit the umpire or the batter? They're going to get.
It doesn't count as a hit by pitch if he offered, and he did offer.
That should be.
A strike.
Now they're going to come back to the umpire from third base. They're going to call it a strike, make sure the umpire behind the plate's okay. But the worst end of that one is, I thought it was a foul ball. Home plate umpire. And check with the base umpire here. Looks like he's okay. I saw an umpire in Iowa at Key High in Lansing, New Albany, that used a inflatable chest protector. I didn't know they even had them anymore. So they call ball 1. I thought he offered at the pitch.
Did.
All right.
The umpire was a little stricken up there.
The DH is Carter Stenke, hitting for the right fielder in Carver Capel, and the pitch.
Oof.
That looks pretty good. But it's ball 2, they say. Ball got away from Hubosh, allowing the runner in Springstro to go down to second base. And all that commotion, 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out, 1-0 Kaukauna. We're in the top of the second inning. Championship game, Class AA state champion Kaukauna, Class A state champion Viroqua. Pop foul out of play, 2-1. First time that Wisconsin has two teams battling for the regional Division II championship in history of the program, which began back in Pratt, Kansas in 1999. And Kansas got together in Minnesota, invited Wisconsin down in 99 and said, let's play this thing, shall we? 2 balls and a strike. Slack is ready and offering again for a bunt. Pulls it back. And it misses. Ball 3. It's 3-1.
Kansas no longer is part of it, though?
Strike 2. It didn't ring up the strike. Held up 2 fingers. No. Kansas left here a couple of years ago. 3-1? I think it's 2-2. We'll see.
Right.
1 on, nobody out, and the pitch. Bunting at the dandy. Slack will go to first base for the sure out. Fires over to first base. Covering over there. Noah Matheson. 1 down here. Runner goes to third base in the sacrifice bunt. A nice bunt that time by Stenke, the DH. Owen Halls comes in now, the first baseman. Batting right-handed for the first time against the right-handed throwing Leighton Slack.
Kaukauna has 3 Owens on their team.
Wow. And the pitch, it is a strike of the belt, 0-1. No balls and a strike. The little things you notice, Steph, you know. Did you bring me a Kit Kat bar now? 1 out, 1 on. We're in our third base. And the 0-1 pitch.
Only
But low, it's 1-1.
the important thing.
1 ball, 1 strike. Steph Ivey's tuning up her tonsils for the 3rd and 4th inning. And here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's inside. Ball 2, 2-1. 1 out. 1 on. 1-0 Kaukauna. We're in the second. That first run came in the first inning. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. Got him on a pitch that dropped below the knees. Right across the plate at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think that pitch had a little movement on it.
2-2. You really see well through the screen here down here.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Checks
He
the
went.
swing, but a strike 3 anyway. Owen Halls broke the plane of the plate, and there are 2 down. A big strikeout for Clayton Slack, and that is strikeout number, 1 for him or 2?
That is strikeout number 2 for Clayton.
Okay, from Owen Halls we go to Owen Mursal, the left fielder. That's right-handed, number 9 hitter. Left fielder for the Kaukauna Angels. And the pitch is swing and a miss. Got him on a changeup, 0-1. Took a little off-speed pitch. And we have 1 little pesky fly that Steph brought from Viroqua that left him at home.
You can see it's wearing a little blue hat.
Yeah. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner here now for the pitcher and Kyle Springstro. And going to run here number, let's see what number is that.
12?
This is Brett Springer's number 12 courtesy running. Yep. For Kaukauna. With 2 outs, a pitcher at third base to get him off the field. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A tapper toward shortstop. Griffin Olsen in a charge and 2 outs over to first base. On the run, inning over. So leadoff base hit, and Kaukauna can't come across with any runs as Slack puts on the kibosh, and the stop ends here in the bottom of the second inning with nothing across. What do we have here, Steph?
No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base.
We take a 60-second break. Be back here to Waupun with the score Kaukauna 1, Viroqua 0. Top of the third coming up here in 60 seconds.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Gus here. It was nice to have WVRQ lend us their ear for their broadcast and so forth. They have a little better view. I don't know if they got the better view. They said they can see well through the screen. They're down by field level in front of our box here. We're up a little bit higher, but bottom line is not a bad view from anywhere. We got a good game going here, folks. 1-0 game. Kaukauna leading. We're going into the top of the third. It'll be Landusky, Baumkamp, and Olsen to lead things off for the 138ers. There's a bunch of people from Viroqua that are out there telling us where they're from, and you got Joel Moffat from Altoona rooting for Viroqua. You got Jennifer Fulbreck rooting for Viroqua, Carol Young, and Carrie Hoyam, and David Banaszewski all saying go Viroqua. So Lisa Young just says Viroqua is keeping us in awe. Love you. Do your mightiest and have fun. That comes from Lisa Young. So
it's time for the Kaukauna fans to finally step up and start putting their stuff out there. I'm assuming that they're just as much behind their team as Viroqua is. So if you got Kaukauna fans out there, let's see what you've got going on in your post. Post in YouTube, or you can post on the Facebook chat.
As Landusky follows one to the right side, count now 1 and 2. Both pitchers, Kyle Springstrow and Clayton Slacks, wheeling and dealing today, staying around that strike zone. And sure enough, Abby Schmidt says, let's go Ghosts. Obviously, the Galloping Ghosts are the high school mascot name for Kaukauna. Legion team calls themselves the Angels, as second baseman struggles a little bit with the ground ball and ends up not getting the throw in time, and Landusky will be safe at first base.
Eva Schultz says, good luck, Kaukauna. Go get 'em, boys. So there we go. Now we got some Kaukauna fans participating in this as well.
Yep,
a little bit of back and forth.
Yep, Paul Stumps and Sherry Elam, same thing. Go come on, Kaukauna. From Antigo, actually, Sherry Elam. So it's kind of, to me, that's an ironic statement, because it was Kaukauna defeating Antigo in the Double-A state tournament up in Antigo at 6-5. So I think Sherry's probably going with the mentality, that, hey.
Double-A champ and runner-up.
Right, a little root for Double-A people. TJ Brisky says, let's go Kaukauna, you got this.
Chase Stump, same thing. Let's go Kaukauna, you got this. So thank you very much for getting in there. We want to make sure that you guys are participating in this. And before we go any further, I want to give a shout-out to Scotty Van Galen. He's the official bookkeeper, and he's also running the scoreboard right now. We lost our helpers to be able to do all of that type of stuff. So huge shout out to Scotty, as he's really trying to concentrate here, and I'm going to try and make sure that I don't do things that are going to cause him to lose his focus. Jack Dahl says, go Viroqua. So let's keep it going here. The 138ers taking on the Angels.
Andy Baumkamp, the designated hitter, up in the box, 1-2 count. He swings, fouls this fastball off from Springstrow. Springstrow, one hitter in the Friday's game. I believe that, I'm trying to think who that was against. LeSueur
Henderson.
Yeah,
yep.
7-0 victory, one hitter, complete game. As this one is a strike call at the knees. And Baumkamp goes down looking, a little disgruntled with the call, but that's the fifth strikeout from Springstrow.
Well, Springstrow, like you had said, was just dominant against LeSueur Henderson.
They had 8 strikeouts against LeSueur Henderson. I see if he's already at 5. So
got Becky Capel out there listening and watching, saying go Ghosts.
Yep. Megan Volden rooting for the 138ers. Let's go 138ers.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, a little back and forth going on between Facebook and YouTube and so forth, and it's nice to see.
Henry Urch says go 138ers. Here's a good one. Josh Iverson says, I'm conflicted as I work in the Kaukauna schools, so always cheering for our kids, but I'm a 138er alumni from the 2004 state championship team. Go both squads.
So I'm going to tell you, Josh, just like I told a lady who went to school in Waupun and graduated from Kaukauna, I just told him root for both teams. So root for both.
That's what he says. Go both squads.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. I get conflicted too sometimes, Josh. I've been teaching for 30 years, and sometimes, you still root for some of these kids that are, now have grown up in other towns and stuff, and you see their kids. As we have Evan Hubach up to the plate, and I missed Griffin already. I don't know what he did, but obviously we got 2 runners on base now.
Yeah, so hopefully, thanks. Sam Lenz came up here, and he's going to come out here and help out. So that's awesome. So
Hubach swings and misses at a slider. on the outer half of the plate. Count even at 1. 1 down here, and we are in the top of the third. It's 1-0. Viroqua posing a little bit of a threat here. And this pitch is on the outside corner. Count now runs to 1-2.
Hey, how did Olsen get on? Oh, thank you.
This one fouled off, and Hubbard stays alive.
Cannon Fortney says, go 138ers. Me and Grandpa Nicker are cheering from Viroqua. And then Josh Iverson says, love seeing both squads finding so much success. I would agree with you there. That's what's awesome.
As a ground ball to short, they fire to second, throw it over to first. This one's not in time. Not quite able to turn the double play. Nice scoop over there by the first baseman. I believe that's Owen. One of the Owens. Owen Halls over at first base. So Hubbard hits into the fielder's choice. We got 2 down. Runners at the corners right now here in the top of the third.
Michelle Hammond says, go Ghost. So we've got a good contest going here.
Uh-oh, we got a little...
And it's a game.
Viroqua's on the board on the wild pitch. Clayton Slack, the pitcher, up, and Danielle Kimmeth, who happens to be the pitcher's sister from Kaukauna. She said that cheering for Kaukauna, but the only orange and black I wear is the West De Pere Phantom apparel.
Yeah.
Ooh, West De Pere. Now, the thing is, me being from Waupun, well, that's fighting words there, because West De Pere, way back in 2006, I believe it was, we ended up losing to you in state semifinals in baseball, spring season. Yeah. All right, line shot, beautiful play over to my third base to end at the Viroqua half of the first. 1 run, no hits. There was 1 error and 2 left. And at the end of 2.5, your score is now tied 1-1.
Rain Hall says it's wonderful watching this group of young men playing, and to go Angels. And I agree with you that this is amazing. Both of these programs are looking fantastic, and it looks like we're in for a good contest here, tied at 1s.
Jody Olson saying, good, keep it up, Viroqua. Lara Bauer says, Josh Benjamin, you crack me up. I'm wearing the 2004 state shirt as I watch.
That is so awesome.
So there you go, Josh.
All right.
Time to get your apparel on and match her. Let's go.
All right.
2004.
Going to give a little love to our sponsors, and we'll be back for the bottom of the third.
Let me know when you're
Yep,
in.
we're back.
All right, we're back here, and Kaukauna, second time through the lineup, leadoff batter, Gannon Vanderhey, will step into the box here in their half of the third. He led things off with a single, and that was part of a fielder's choice for the first out when Gaber tried to bunt and move him over. Next pitch on the inside corner for a strike, and now it's even at 2-2 already.
Ole Bratton says, way to go blue for Viroqua, and then Cooper Gelhaus says, yes, sir. So,
and Lisa Young chimes in. She goes, wow, black and orange. Those are the high school colors for Viroqua. I think they're the Viroqua Blackhawks, I think, in their high school mascot.
You're right.
Yes. So for Legion, they're the 138. It's kind of like Kaukauna. They're the Galloping Ghosts, for school events, and then Angels here for Legion ball as Vanderhey pops out to the second baseman for out number 1.
Just giving you a heads up out there, too. So the fourth inning, we're going to go back to the Viroqua broadcast, and so we want to give them some love for actually coming out here. They've been here for all of the games, and they do a nice job for their community and their team, so we're going to make sure that we put them back on air.
Stacy Schober says today's an easier cheering day. She says, LOL, go Galloping Ghosts. So everything go Galloping Ghosts. Legion team is the Angels, but okay. It's kind of like same here in Waupun. We're the Warriors, but then as far as it comes to Legion ball, we're the Wild Turkeys. And I'm not going to go into explaining that. So then we got somebody, Zom out there. Somebody thinking somebody died or something.
Well, they're communicating back and forth. So again, what we want to do is make sure that in the chat that we're just talking about our teams and our programs. And sorry about missing that camera shot there. So just trying to make sure that I can monitor also.
Gaber grounds out for out number 2, and it brings up the number 3 hitter, Charlie Black, who struck out the last time up. Gaber, the last batter, responsible for the only run scored back in the first. And Black looks at a breaking pitch for strike 1. We've had 5 home runs in this tournament, 3 of them from Viroqua, 1 of them here from Kaukauna, and it's the guy standing in the box right now that Charlie Black ended up launching one. I don't know if that was Friday or Saturday, but he's one of those. He goes, he knew it as soon as he hit it. A lot of batters talk about like they hit the sweet spot. You don't even feel it, but you know it. So
there's a shout out from Landon.
Yeah, Landon says me and my pops Jacques are watching, or Jacques. All right. Good to have you. Yeah, so we got count even at 2-2 in the pitch, and Black flares this one out to right, and it's going to fall in foul territory.
It must be drying up out there. The ball actually stayed up above in the grass, and it rolled a little bit.
Yeah, bounced and rolled, so maybe that's a good sign. Now we're down to about 3 inches of water out there instead of 5.
No more scuba tanks needed to play in the outfield.
Well, the thing is it's got to be getting better because the tire tracks that were left behind by the four-wheeler have disappeared. So obviously the water's evaporating a little bit, but still now it has the carom instead of a loft wedge. It's more of maybe a 9-iron now.
Yeah.
A little bit of
just
bounce.
for those that aren't aware, we had 5.5 inches 2 nights ago, and we had about 3 inches already, I think, over the last day and a half, or the rest of it. So we've had about 8.5 inches or so.
I think someone walked in or something this morning, and they're just saying, wow, who would have thunk that we've been playing this much baseball with a combination like, 10 inches of rain over from Friday to today.
And the only games we missed were the 2 crossover games for 7th and 8th and 5th and 6th. And that's because those were teams from Minnesota and North Dakota, and we wanted to get them on their road with their 7 and 8 hour drives. Otherwise, they would have stuck around. We would have been able to keep going. We could have gone late. But again, it's also a Monday, and it's been a long weekend plus already for all of the volunteers down here. So
as Black chops one to the third baseman, takes it on the high hop, fires across the diamond, and able to
weekend plus already for all of the volunteers down here. So
as Black chops one to the third baseman, takes it on the high hop, fires across the diamond, and able to
video baseball live stream on Facebook as well as on Jeff's live streams on YouTube. So thanks again for listening and watching. We're a strictly amateur broadcast. We are going to switch over to WVRQ AM 1350 for Viroqua for the call in the 4th.
And thing is, just like I say, I love the shout-outs. We got 51 people on the Facebook. Don't know what we got here on the YouTube, but 91. Whew, all right, good. It goes to show you the following of Kaukauna and Viroqua here. And we got quite a few fans already here in different shades of blue for Viroqua, and quite a few fans sitting underneath the awning by the concession stand in their black and orange. So nice to see folks traveling well.
All right, a little bit of love, and then we're going to be back with WVRQ.
To us.
I believe that Abby's been now in her third year of working at WVRQ. Can you imagine that?
Oh my goodness.
Just a young freshman girl.
Hollywood.
Not an old freshman. Here we go.
Up to bat, the big hurt Camden Oliver swings and fouls it off. Might have fallen that one off his foot.
Camden looked at strike 3 last time on a 1-2 count, ending the 4-batter first inning. It'll be Oliver, Matheson, and Swanson, the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 for Viroqua. Front is late. Viroqua got a run on a wild pitch in the top half of the third.
Next pitch comes in. High. I see Terry Swanson is watching us, and that could, of course, be John Swanson.
How about that?
Number 2-3, Camden Oliver. Got Michael Jordan's number there. That one's low and on the inside
And
corner
for
of
you
the
folks
plate.
watching on TV, the scoreboards up, we're in the top of the 4th inning. The scoreboard still has the bottom of the 3rd. We're in the top of the 4th now.
Yep.
Viroqua 1-1 with Kaukauna.
Viroqua, the visiting team today. And that one is a bit low and inside as well. Camden's doing a nice job watching the ball closely.
2-1, 3-1.
Pitching for Kaukauna, we have Kyle Springstro. He's had a good game so far. That's a swing and a miss. Full count here for Camden.
Camden loves those high pitches, and
Yeah.
when he gets a hold of them. The other day, though, he got one down below the knees and gulped it up the right field. Out over the fence, but just for a base hit.
High pitches just look so yummy. And that one is foul ball.
Oh.
Just foul by first base there.
Wow.
Right
Eric Freeman
past,
right down the line says the foul ball.
right past Coach Hubach.
Scott indicated might have been fair, but the turn fouled as it went to the other side of the bag at first base.
Yep. Real
Last
close.
Legion game of Wisconsin baseball in 2021 right here in Waupun, Wisconsin, August 9th, 2021. You're watching it, listening to it right now.
Camden looking to start off the team. Hits it back to the pitcher. Springstro grabs it and passes it over to Owen Hall for the out. 1-3. One out for Viroqua 138ers, bringing up Noah Matheson. Noah's had a wonderful tournament, Gary, so far.
Wouldn't be surprised he may be all tournament, we'll see.
I would guess. I'd put him on it. Pitch is high. Noah had 3 home runs and had a great pitching outing the other day.
Normally we sit and watch some of the games, other pool play games, but this year we did not have a chance to watch many of those at all here.
That one's in the dirt. Of course, it's not dirt, so I'll say in the turf.
Yep.
2-0.
They're probably using rubber spikes too, I'd imagine. Now they're your real spikes, I think, for this.
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't even think about that, Gary. Look at you thinking. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. For number 21. Can you think of any famous 21s? Sammy Sosa?
Oh, Warren Spahn's number, wasn't that 21?
Maybe. Samuel
Way back.
Peroso Sosa. Next pitch comes in. Just misses.
No.
Oh, no, that's called it a strike. Just a delayed call. And he did the fancy call. 2-2.
Sometimes he yells it out, not like Randy Linzer does, but
You always know with Randy. That's what I like about him. And a swing and a miss. So Noah Matheson goes down swinging. 2 outs for Viroqua. Springstro has how many strikes now, Gary?
got 6 strikeouts, and he's retired 3 of the last 4 batters. And here is Ashton Swanson, struck out swinging last time.
Ashton Swanson, the Seneca Clipper. And that one's foul ball. No balls, 1 strike. Yeah, Ashton stands, I would guess, about 6'4", and he's all legs.
Yep. One whale of a good basketball player, too, for Seneca.
Absolutely. He can stuff that ball. That one, he patiently waits. And, oh, 0-2.
Looks a little outside, but
Just
right around the knee.
Just a bit. All right, 0-2 to Ashton Swanson. 2 outs here. And that one's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not often a pitcher at 0-2 will get a strike 3 swinging or a call. Once in a while it works, but percentage is very, very low. Usually it's a ball once, I think.
Next pitch coming in. And that is low also. On me, that might have been a strike, Gary, but when you're 6'4", that's a ball.
2-2.
2-2. Kaukauna playing good defense. That one is chopped out to Matthew Bartle. Fires it over to first base.
Whoa!
Just got him. As Ashton dives through.
Hit the bag with his foot and almost tipped right over.
Yep. That one is chopped out to Matthew Bartle. Fires it over to first base.
Whoa!
Just got him. As Ashton dives through.
And Kaukauna and Viroqua, the way it should be in a regional championship game. Both teams. To regional. Here's Steph.
And into Xander Hippis. First pitch is a strike. A well-played ball game by both teams right now, Gary.
Perfect game. Kaukauna has a couple more hits, but still a very good game.
And that's strike
Foul
2.
ball.
Foul ball. I think he hit it off his foot. Ooh,
Yeah.
that hurts. Or his
Right around
leg,
the
maybe.
shin. On the left side there.
Yep. Xander Hippis is playing third base today for the Kaukauna Angels. Wiping off the plate.
Nice crowd of men from Kaukauna and Viroqua watching this game. All the way from home. Kaukauna about an hour away. Viroqua, of course, about 3.
And swinging off the end of the bat there. Still 0-2. Yeah, Clayton's got his pitches moving well for him today.
Joe Michael Show will follow on in 1360 after this game is over with.
That one's low and outside. I think he was trying to get him to fish. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sometimes when you get ahead in the count, you don't want to give him anything good to swing at. That is fouled off again. Xander Hippis hanging tough.
I'm not sure who keeps track of the pitch count today, but I know the announcer before all of the pitch count after each pitcher got through in half inning.
But they weren't doing that today.
Well, they're not announcing it anyway. They're doing it somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe each team is doing it. I don't know.
Right.
These fancy iPads now they can do that from the dugout.
Right. 2-2.
Maybe
to
Cammy or
Xander
Joy are
Hippis.
doing that for Viroqua.
Right. And that looks like a base shot into left field for Xander Hippis. Nice swing of the bat there for Xander. Puts him on first base. And coming up is Matthew Bartle.
4th hit off of Clayton Slack today.
Matthew ended the Viroqua's inning there with a play throwing it to first.
3 of the last 4 innings, Kaukana's had a lead runner on base. Of those situations, only 1 inning have they scored. Happened back in that first inning.
That's kind of the name of the game with Legion Baseball, especially when you're playing good teams. You're going to leave a lot of people on base. And that first pitch is a strike, 0-1.
That's the amazing thing about Viroqua. They've left 14 on base on Friday, 11 on Saturday, and 12 yesterday.
You know, they're
Yet
just
won all 3.
there haven't been a lot of errors in these games because these are all excellent teams.
Uh-oh.
And that one is hit
Look out.
deep into left field. Ashton Swanson goes back, hits the fence. He takes it in. Run's going to score for Kaukauna. Throw is late, and all the way to third goes Matthew Bartle. So big hit. Ashton Swanson goes back, hits the fence. He takes it in. Run's going to score for Kaukauna. Throw is late, and all the way to third goes.
It'll be a double RBI for Bartle, bringing in the second Kaukauna run of the game. And the error allows the runner to go to third base on the throwing error from left to Ashton Swanson. So double and an error.
And that runner at third base with no outs right now for Kaukauna.
Kyle Springstro steps in. Last time had a base hit. He went for one.
Clayton Slack fires it in.
Strike one.
What's it?
Yeah. Way to bring it up slowly, but surely. I think it's 0 up. They're going to call ball.
1-0. 1-0.
I don't know about that.
I'm like waiting for something to. He never did do this, so.
Well, the arm came half up, and I
Right,
thought, well,
and it just kind of stayed there.
changes notion.
Yep. 1 ball, no strikes. That one's a strike on the outside corner. We did hear that one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1-1. To Kyle Springstro, who's looking to help his own cause here. Pitching for Kaukauna. Swing and a miss. It almost looked like he stepped in the bucket there with his back leg. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at third for Kaukauna. That one is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. If you're just joining us, Bartle just got an RBI on a double and got to third on the throw. No outs right now. Score is 2-1 Kaukauna. And running home and scoring there is Matthew Bartle. So the score goes to no outs right now. Score is 2-1 Kaukauna. And running home and scoring there is Matthew Bartle. So the score goes to
The fourth inning here. Still about 3 more frames to go here before this thing is officially a 7-inning game.
And a walk for Kyle Springstro. Just missing there with the pitch.
First walk issued today by Clayton Slack.
And looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for Kyle as he is pitching for Kaukauna today.
Probably number 12 again, I would think. Nope.
Number 7.
Jordan Van Quallenberg.
Okay. Jordan Van Quallenberg.
Yep. That's a
Over
fine
at
Dutch
first.
name.
Yes, there's quite a few Dutch people, I think, from the
Around that
Kaukauna
area.
area. And up to bat, we have Carter Steinke.
Rounded out to Slack last time with the first out with a runner at first base last inning.
Foul to back. Count is 0-1.
Well, a
Carter
leadoff
Steinke.
base hit, then a double, and a run comes in. Another double comes in, a run comes in on a pass ball. 3-1 now. It's Kaukauna with 2 here. Nobody out yet in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Carter is the designated hitter. Throw down to second base, not in time.
All
And
got away from
stolen
the
base
walk
there for Van Quallenberg.
1 ball and 1 strike.
What's it look like here? Quallenberg. Not sure what they're talking about right now. What the count is, I think.
0-2. Forward's at 1-1. That's what
Yep.
the coach at
0-2.
third base.
Yep.
Okay.
So 0-2 here to Carter Steinke. No outs yet in the inning. That one is chopped up to Noah Matheson. He'll float it over there to Clayton Slack at first base. Carter Steinke. No outs yet in the inning. That one is chopped up to Noah Matheson. He'll float it over there to Clayton Slack at first base.
Last time struck out swinging, he's 0 for 1.
Owen Mursal is the first baseman. And he pops that one up. It's going to be shallow left field. Nice play there by Griffin Olsen. Snags the ball. turns around and keeps the runner at baseman. And he pops that one up. It's going to be shallow left field. Nice play there by Griffin Olsen. Snags the ball, turns around and keeps the runner at. I'm saying that right there?
I think you're doing fine with that. Yep. Oh, yeah.
All right. And what did Owen do last time?
He grounded up the shortstop.
Okay. This time hits it down to his coach, who makes a nice play.
How about that?
Bill Gaber. One-handed play.
Bill's over at first base.
So that's an unknown coach.
Yep, that's the other one, I think. Oh, maybe that is Bill over there. No balls and a strike now. 2 outs.
Swing and a miss. 0-2. Actually, I think he got just a foul tip on that ball. Straight back into the catcher's glove. 0-2. And that one is popped up and out of play. So 2 outs. 2 in for Kaukauna.
Mursal, a senior in high school now this fall. That's only a few days out now. Oofka.
Oh, it's coming quick, really, too quick. And that is popped up to the left side of play. Chasing is Camden Oliver, and he makes the play to end the inning. But not before the damage is done by Kaukauna as 2 runs come in. What else happened, Gary?
Well, they had 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left on base. It's a 3-1.
All right, as we get done here, the Viroqua WVRQ. First of all, a little few shout-outs here. Austin Jones says, Viroqua football has your back. Finish this job, boys. It is the Monday that people usually get their equipment and so forth, and then tomorrow is the second Tuesday. Practice starts. You got the 3 practices without pads, and then away we go. And the season's not too far away. Yeah, football in the fall. I know some people had to switch over to spring, like here in Waupun, and that made for things very interesting. Right. Anna Lee Lloyd says, so happy to hear WVRQ, watching from Andover, Minnesota.
Jason Slack says, let's go 138ers. Let's put a crooked number up this time. I know that you had that last inning, but I'm sure that still holds for this inning as well. As the score is 3-1 with Kaukauna, the Double-A champions, with a 2-run lead over the Single-A champions here from Wisconsin, the Viroqua 138ers.
And it'll be the 7, 8, and 9 for the Viroqua to start things off with Casey Kowalczyk, the second baseman. He's 0 for 1 last time up. He was part of a ground out to the first baseman who flipped it to the pitcher back in inning number 2 to close things out. Kowalczyk was a great interview as he hits the first pitch out to center field, and I'm guessing this is Gaber out there hauling that one down. I'm guessing because I don't have the book completely open, but Cody Gaber. Cody Gaber's been doing a great job out there patrolling center field for the Angels this tournament, and that's why I was bringing up Kowalczyk, too bad he didn't stay in there for a few more pitches, because Kowalczyk's been another one that's impressed me with his defense at second base all this tournament. During his interview after he was part of like 5 or 6 assists in a ball game, you know, it was raining out, the turf, and he just said, he goes, I always, was concentrating on my footwork and so forth and knowing that the ball's going to stay down. So he did a great job of fielding over there. As number 4, center fielder Braden Landusky steps into the box, and right now it's even at 1-1. Jenny Zuby says, let's get the bats going, 138ers. You got this, as they are now down 3-1 after 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th by the Angels. Puts them back up 3-1. Landowski looks at a pitch. That one's low and away. Counts now 2-1. Springstro wind up in the pitch. This curveball up high, and it's 3-1.
If I remember correctly, I think the Viroqua had to battle back their last 2 games to come back and pull off the wins, if I remember correctly, in pool play. Is that correct? Scotty, do you remember?
I do recall that 4-2 victory against La Crescent they had to. They were down 2-0, came back 4-2. And then against Anago, they ended up winning that one pretty convincingly, 6-1. But against Wahpeton, that was a back-and-forth game. That went extra innings, and Viroqua was victorious 6-5.
Correct. With Wahpeton.
Full count, payoff pitch. This one to the left side. This one will roll foul. As Hippus We'll quick grab it and flip it back to Springstro. Danielle Kimmeth says Kyle's 2.5-year-old nephew is cheering loudly at home for his favorite pitcher, so that's cool.
That is awesome to hear.
So say, Danielle, I got a 2-year-old grandson. Lives not too far away from here. But he gets excited more about Lightning McQueen and all the characters on that animated show or movie. As Lendowski rips one right back up the middle off the mound for a single. It's the second time he's on base. He reached on an error and scored back in the third. Lendowski, that's the only Viroqua run. And it'll bring up the designated hitter, Andy Baumkamp, who struck out looking back in the third. So he's looking for his first hit of the ball game. And this one's low and away. Nice job by blocking that pitch.
We talked about this before also. He's had a solid behind the plate as well as every catcher that we have seen so far in this tournament. And as you had heard WVRQ talk about, you expect that at this level. Better have great defense.
And the thing is anytime you have strength up the middle in baseball, you're going to be successful. A pitcher, catcher, short, and second, center field. I know that's usually when you talk at any level of baseball, if you're strong in that, up the middle. But, I'm kind of biased too. Well, catchers, obviously, but the thing is third baseman over there. A lot of people don't understand how quickly the ball gets on those guys on the corners, first and third. And as Waupun, had the last game, Cole Hicken, he's not a very experienced first baseman over there. And a little bit different on some of those plays that short hop Cole.
Yep, just not used to it. But the defense has been solid.
As Baumkamp flies towards right field, this one will be the old proverbial can of corn for out number 2.
Positioned perfectly, didn't even hardly have to move with it. So it was either did pretty good scouting or had trusts his speed and his ability to read the ball coming off the bat. So it was a good catch out there by Capel.
Oh, Danielle Kimmeth. Springstro's big sister just said we're very much a sports family, and he's used to watching his big sister play, and he's always cheering, so it's pretty natural for him to cheer.
That is awesome.
Uncle Kyle, so, oh yeah. There's some families, like I say, we were talking earlier this weekend, it's like, this one of our fans from Waupun, Jackie Westra, she's been one that she's been cheering on, she's had nephews and great nephews and so forth, playing baseball for Legion for years, so sometimes there's always those particular family names that, you just, if you don't announce it, it's kind of strange, because you got siblings and cousins and all that. I mean, last year we had just a few people with the last name Buckles on the team.
Right, exactly.
As Springstro has Griffin Olson down 1 and 2 here with 2 outs, his third at bat. He flew out to left in the first and was hit by a pitch in the third.
Sorry about the cameras.
Springstro with this one, he gets his first base hit of the game, and Viroqua threatening with 2 outs with runners on first and second as Olson hits one out the center field with only the third base hit of the ball game off Springstro. So Viroqua threatening, and it looks like Coach Gable is going to come out and have a little chat out there. As Evan Hubach will be coming up to the plate, the catcher. He struck out back in inning 1 and reached on a fielder's choice in inning 3.
Again, talking about solid catcher, we've watched Hubach play in several of the games there, and he has just been solid behind the plate as well. So I kind of think it was kind of a surprise. It was he the one that had the pass ball?
Yeah, pass ball earlier in the game. So
that hit him in the glove, so that kind of caught us by surprise. But again, as they were talking, this is 3 weekends in a row that these boys have been playing. You go through your regionals, you're right to your state tournament. Now you're right here at nationals. And being on the road after a while, Viroqua, I know, was on the road. Their state tournament was over at Denmark. I'm not sure where I think the regionals were held at Westby, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So, and that's pretty close, so they were able to drive for that. But
so I'm sure Viroqua was looking forward. The way it sounds, they're hosting state next year. So, we got a little bit of
confusion. And now they had an opportunity to move the runner over to third. But
and it short hopped the first baseman over there. Owen Hall's not able to hang on to it, but that would have been a close play over there. That would have been kind of a frustrating way to end the Viroqua's half of the inning, but everything's back to runners on first and second. It's 1-0 to Hubach, the pitch. This one a flare to right field, one hopper to the right fielder, and they're going to hold the runners.
Ooh.
And he's able to get it in quickly, and bases are loaded full of 138ers as Hubach gets his first base hit of the game. And last 4 batters, 3 base hits, and bases are loaded.
Well, with 2 down.
2 down, it brings up Clayton Slack looking to help himself here. Viroqua down 3-1 here. 138ers down to the Angels here in the top of the 5th. This fastball up from Springstro.
So Viroqua's got the state tournament next year. That's great to hear.
And the thing is talking to a Viroqua fan, he says they did a few modifications since the last time I was at the Bowl. Of course, that's about 5-6 years ago that I was there, so they said that they actually have some murals of past teams in the bleachers, I guess, in left field. I just remember that, the bleachers being built right into that ledge that's over there by left.
Springstro is down now 3-0 in the count. With bases loaded, no place to put them, and it's pitcher against pitcher, Slack and Springstro face to face.
Slack, of course, is going to take here on 3-0, and it's 3-1 now. Has got a called strike. Slack had a single in inning 1 and was stranded, and then had a line shot right to Hippus back in the 3rd as he drives one to center. And Gable camps under this one pretty easily for out number 3. So they strand 3 on 3 hits. There were no errors, and at the end of 4.5, your score remains Kaukauna 3, Viroqua nothing.
Welcome back here to the Gus in Waupun. Again, I just saw the advertisement there for Pizza Ranch, and I wanted to make sure we had a chance to give a shout-out again for those that think that it's easy to be hosting a tournament, whether it is the state tournament, the regional tournament, or the nationals like we're doing here again on the national level. You've got to have sponsors. You've got to have a community that's behind you, and Waupun is behind their Legion Post 210 baseball team and program, and meals were provided by Tony's Pizza, put together some football pizzas for the boys, and Pizza Ranch and Subway. And then the American Legion had a pulled pork and pulled chicken, or shredded chicken meal for the boys on Thursday, I believe, when they came into town for the home run derby. So it takes an entire village, in this case, to make sure that you are running a high-quality tournament.
It'll be Gannon Vanderhey for his 3rd at bat. He is 1 for 2. He singled and was part of a fielder's choice in inning 1 and flew out to the second baseman in inning number 3. It's quickly 1-1 here to Vanderhey as that pitch was slightly outside. Or no, 2-0, excuse me. I apologize. I am mistaken. And now with that exchange there, I'm sure we got a wet baseball. Rob Rule checking to see if Slack wants a different one, but nope. So 2-0. Slack with the 3/4 delivery here, and he's definitely, when he throws his breaking pitches, that he's got some serious movement. Looks like it's over the plate. Next thing you know, it's 3 inches outside. He throws fastball down the middle on that 3-0 pitch. Vanderhey taking all the way. 3-1 now to the Kaukauna Angels second baseman. Vanderhey takes this one, a little dribbler to the left side. This one stays fair. And they are able to get him by a half a step as Oliver throws it over to Matheson at first on an Angel second baseman. Vanderhey takes this one, a little dribbler to the left side. This one stays fair. And they are able to get him by a half a step as Oliver throws it over. He had about 7 or 8 putouts against Waupun yesterday. They kept him busy as he pops for the first pitch out to shallow left, shortstop. Camping under this one, that's Griffin Olson. Having no problem with that one. As quickly we have 2 down here in the Kaukauna half of the 5th. Brings up the catcher, Charlie Black. Struck out swinging in inning 1 and grounded out to third in inning 3. He's looking for his first base hit.
That's the 84th pitch there by Clayton Slack, and 54 of the 84 have been for first strikes.
So 5, I kind of round it, 5 out of 8. That's 62.5%, just off the top of my head. So no, I never taught math in school. All right, anyway, or never did statistics, old school for when I coached football. So back before the iPad figured it all out for you.
Unfortunately, now he's down 3-0 in the batter here.
Yeah. So Charlie will probably be taken all the way, and he looks at a pitch up inside corner, I guess, and it's 3-1. This one must just tickle the inside corner, according to plate umpire Rob Rule. And this one in the same spot as the last one, so Rob being consistent calls that one a strike, and the count of the runs full now. Scoreboard says 3-3, but it's 3-2. And the payoff pitch, this one a line shot just over the head of Olson. This will land into center field, and we got a 2-out base hit courtesy of Charlie Black, hanging tough. His first hit of the ball game brings up Xander Hippis, the third baseman, who's got 2 base hits and a run and an RBI in this game.
The Slack has only given up 4, or that'll be the 6th hit, I believe, in the game.
I have it down for 5 right now, but I'm looking in my book to see if I missed one.
Well, I'm looking at that old iPad.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I only got 5 hits. That was the 5th base hit. I only got 5 tally marks in the book. So
Hippis got 2.
Hippis has 2. Martell has 1. Block has 1.
Springstro has 1.
Or does Springstro? Yeah, he does. So it's Vanderhey. I forgot to mark down. We have a stolen base.
Jimmy John's Freaky Fast.
Stolen base, yes.
By Charlie Black.
Charlie Black, he's a catcher, but, one of those catchers that's got the ability to steal. Sometimes the catchers are usually the ones that are not blessed with that blazing speed because they're in that crouch all the time and does wonders to the hammies. Anyway, this fly ball
carries.
Carries a nice over-the-shoulder catch. Sometimes the catchers are usually the ones that are not blessed with that blazing speed because they're in that crouch all the time and does wonders to the hammies. Anyway, this fly ball
carries.
Carries a nice over-the-shoulder catch. Here's one.
I think we'll go back to the Viroqua broadcast for the 6th, if you're okay with that, Jeff.
That's fine.
All right, and then if we need to, we'll jump in. But again, I want to appreciate WVRQ for driving over here and giving their fans a chance to listen to them while they're looking at the live stream. And I know you can listen to the radio and you can watch the live stream, but they're going to be off if you're doing that just because you're listening to the AM radio, and that's going to be right there. And when it comes to watching the live stream, we're about 30-second delay. So we're going to put WVRQ back on and show them a little bit of love.
We would love the opportunity to extend our heart of compassion and
Camden yard here on the first pitch. And a ground ball in the hole between first and second base, and Camden Oliver gets a single. I wonder how many base hits he's had singles compared to home runs and doubles this season.
Right.
So clean base hit here by Camden Oliver. Start things out here for Viroqua with Noah Matheson on deck. What's Noah done today?
Struck out swinging twice.
Went yard twice and 2 home runs yesterday in the same game. He's had 3 home runs now in the state and national tournaments in successive games outside.
Nice
And
block
ball
there.
one.
By
Charlie
Charlie
Black with the
Black.
block. Yep.
Charlie Black blocked it.
How about that?
He's heard that before.
9-0 ball game. Antigo beating Waupun in the third place game earlier today. This is the championship round, the title game, 4:30 in the afternoon on a Monday, August 9th in Waupun. And the pitch is outside, outside strike one. It's 1-1 to Noah Matheson.
Anna's giving us some grief.
1 ball, 1 strike. Why not Anna working? 1 ball, 1 strike. Noah Oliver at first base. And the pitch, it's popped off. Strike 2, 1-2. I imagine she's never actually heard you on the radio, has she?
I don't know.
Or nationwide television, worldwide television.
I think she's happy we're utilizing some new technology, though.
Yep, 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Matheson with a 1-2 now from Springstro. On the outside corner, strike 3, took it looking. Well, there's 1 down here for Ashton Swanson for the Viroqua Legion baseball team. Family Grandpa Swanson over there in Seneca got the blue and white pom-poms out. Right now I can see him rooting and tooting over there. 1 on for Oliver. And the stretch of the pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Again, Charlie Block. Another wild pitch from Springstro. Down and out. 1 ball, no strike count. Ashton's ready. Oliver at first base. Top of the 6th inning, 3-1 Kaukauna. Springstro's ready. Taking a lot of time, and here's the pitch. Down toward left field, Ashton Swanson down toward left with extra bases. Oliver toward third base. Ashton Swanson toward second base. And how about that one? Taking a lot of time, and here's the pitch. Down toward left field, Ashton Swanson down toward left with extra bases. Oliver toward third base. Ashton Swanson toward second base. And how about that one? Fan club is here. And 2 on now with 1 down, and here comes Bill Gabriel to have conference. If we do that, Eddie, we'll take a 30-second break here. The listing coverage of the national tournament from Waupun, 3-1 Kaukauna, and conference on the mound back in 30 seconds.
All right, it looks like we got a meeting on the mound. It might be a pitching change, we don't know, but Springstro's only at 90 pitches, so maybe just kind of settle him down right now. There's 1 down, runners in second, third with Viroqua threatening here in this 3-1 game. Just the way the tournament's been going, no lead is safe. A lot of comebacks in the 6th and 7th inning in games. Viroqua was one that came back against Wahpeton to win 6-5 in 8 innings. So the thing is I can understand the meeting on the mound. So here we go, back to the people at Viroqua.
Well, Casey had a nice RBI in his bat against West Salem, first game of state.
I won't want to say that Grandma Sharon Hoyne is competent for a base hit, but she's sitting in her car waiting to toot her horn. Here's the pitch, inside ball 1, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes.
He called
2
that a
on.
strike.
He did?
Yeah.
No way. Oh my gosh. Kowalczyk. And the pitch. Ground ball right to the mound. Runner coming home. Wild throw. Here comes Ashton Swanson. The game is tied. What? What? 3-3. Again, coaches will tell you, you've got to make your throw to first base naturally. And he let up a little bit of throw, unfortunately for Kaukauna pitcher Springstro. He threw the ball away, and Kowalczyk gets a 2-base error. Ties the game at 3-3. And now the lead run for Viroqua is on at second base. Tough break that time for Springstro because he relaxed his throw step because the ball hit right to him.
Yeah.
And just going to lob the ball over to first base, got past the first baseman.
I think sometimes it's tough when you're pitching to then make you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because you're in your pitching mind.
So here he is Hitting for Viroqua now. None other than Braden Lewandowski again. Had a base hit last time around, last inning. 1-0 the count. A 3-3 tie. This is what a championship game should be look like, folks.
Yep.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And an error here once in a while.
The nail
High
biter.
gain once in a while. Here's the pitch. A beauty. Strike one, 1-1. Viroqua and Kaukauna. WVRQ Viroqua AM 1360. FM 107.3. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 2 in, 3-3 tie in the 6th. There's a strike 2 in the knees of Braden Lewandowski. Got a base hit last time around, and before that,
got on it an error.
He's been on base twice. Boy, that gap between second and first is wide open. Put him in that hole there for Viroqua. And the pitch to Lewandowski, swing to misses, strike 3. There are 2 down. So here is the always nervous Andy Baumkamp setting the plate.
They called him the professor on the live feed when he was pitching yesterday.
Yeah? I mean, he's so calm
You know,
demeanor.
he was a 4.0 student, too.
Wow.
So he is the professor.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
His blood pressure must be like Larry Gilbertson's, about, 10/9. two outs in the inning. And there's a shot into center field for a base hit. The ball kick will come around to third base. Here's the lead run coming down. There'll be no throw. And Viroqua takes the lead for the first time in the game on a clean single by the DH, Andy Baumkamp. 4-3 ball game here in the top half of the 6th inning, and that'll be all for the pitcher in Springstro.
Sometimes they look past Bobcat because he's a slender fellow, but that kid can hit.
A pitching change coming up here. We'll take a 60-second break. A new pitcher coming in. It looks like it's going to be number 12, and Brett Springers will pitch here relieving. Springstro pitched pretty well here for Kaukauna in the championship game here in the 6th inning. 4-3 Viroqua heading into a pitcher's conference and a pitching change.
All right, we got a pitching change. Viroqua coming back with 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. It's kind of cool that they listen to us because Andy Baumkamp, we've been calling him the professor, and here he comes through clutch with a base hit up the middle with the go-ahead RBI. Cash Chitwood saying go V-Town. Karen Peterson Quackenbush says go Viroqua. She also gave me an update on what I was talking about with next year's state at Viroqua. She says the Park Bowl underwent a renovation last summer in the spring. All new concrete bleachers, remodeled concession stand, and more. Just more beautiful than before. Anna Lee Lloyd, she goes, yay, I've been listening to VRQ. Someone should really teach them, though, how to utilize the technology, though.
Exactly, right.
But,
yeah, because we're getting that feedback, and I think that's just because they've got it set up to both hear the station, so we're hearing that we get the double call. So, I'm just going to give a shout-out for us, Jeff. So if they're looking for somebody to do the state tournament and they want to do the live stream, you got my email on that live stream, so just give me an email shout-out or send us a message on Facebook if they're looking for somebody to come over and do the state tournament next year in Viroqua.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
Also, a couple of shout-outs here. Lucas, 1978, says, let's go, Clayton. So Clayton Slack did come through as a hitter as well as the pitcher. Ole Broughton, put the ball in play and good things will happen. Absolutely. Rebecca Martin says, way to go, Viroqua. And Tim Slack says, the cat.
But it's kind of cool how listening to the local radio broadcast out of Viroqua, like I said, Baumkamp, we call him the professor, and she even mentioned, she goes, he did complete school with a 4.0 GPA, so it fits.
We do our homework.
Yeah, look out. Yeah. Sometimes unintentionally.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, or top of the 6th inning. Griffin Olson steps in, top of the order, pitching change, and a 4-3 lead. And the first pitch is a ball one from the new pitcher, Brett Springers. He'll be a senior this fall. No balls and 1 strike. Followed the strike to Griffin Olson outside knee, I guess. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul ball. Strike 2, 0-2. So Viroqua tallies 3 here in the inning. Evan Hubosh is on deck. Big hit, though. It's that crazy play there with first base really the difference for Walchuk. And then the base hit by Andy Baumkamp over at first base. Griffin Olson fouls it off third base side. I don't like that sky to our left-hand side, though, here.
No, it doesn't look pretty.
I want to thank Jeff upstairs doing the video stuff for the pop-up tent. We should be okay here. And try to get this game in before she starts raining again. We're playing artificial turf, which will help. Top of the 6th inning. Change up, right back to the mound, knocked down by Springers. He'll run to first base, underhand flip, and the inning is done. But not before Viroqua erupts for 3 runs and takes the lead, 4-3. here in the top of the 6th inning, but this game is far from over. Gang, stay with us here. Steph will tell us as we had 7 men bat in the top of the 6th.
Travis Martin says the kids are cheering, so let's go Clayton. So the kids are cheering at home. That's good to hear. Austin Miller, sorry about that, says good pitch in Springy. Yes, Springstro was incredible on the mound through both games that he pitched.
Exactly, and just one bad hiccup inning and all, and I'm sure that throw over to first is just killing him, knowing how competitive he is. His big sister, though, Danielle, said, great pitching, Kyle. We're still very, very proud of you. With clapping hands, emojis at the end. So
absolutely,
it's only 4-3, and just the way this tournament is going and has gone, the game isn't over. It's
we know Kaukana's got power,
and
we know that they can score runs. So looks like they've got a pitching change also for Viroqua.
Yeah, Viroqua looks like it's number 1 for them. It's Griffin Olson. Griffin Olson coming in from short.
Just swapping those two out,
change,
okay?
Yeah.
So Slack is going to go out to short, and Olson's going to come in and pitch.
So Slack on the slate for a win, and you got Olson coming in for the potential save.
So Slack went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. All 3 were earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And Springstro went out at 99 pitches, 65 of them for strikes. He gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, and 8 strikeouts. And now guess what it says on those 4 runs? How many of them were earned?
0.
None.
Yeah.
No earned runs, so errors hurt.
And I don't think he walked anybody either.
So no walks, 8 strikeouts. I mean, just an incredible outing by Springstro again the second time, as he had a 1-hitter on the first night. The first day that we saw him pitch, and he came in again and 8 strikeouts today. Looks like we're going to be in for a good game coming here, Jeff. So let's go back to WVRQ for the bottom.
Roman has some really outstanding athletes up there, and this baseball team of Dale Gaber is really a nice squad here. And Viroqua stepping up a level, playing a AA team.
Yep.
But they play like Sheboygan and other teams during the summertime, really toughens the schedule up. Olson's first pitch is ground ball. Clayton Slack on the run, bobbles it, and can't make the play. Being there, and Clayton Slack trying to one-hand the ball coming over there. An infield error puts the tying run on base here for Kaukauna in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Normally Clayton a very smooth shortstop, but that one sort of played tricks on him. Couldn't quite come up with the ball, and it'll be a runner at first base. And now batting here in the bottom of the 6th inning is the former pitcher, Kyle Springstro. Batting right-handed, bats in the number 6 spot. Throwing a bunt. Did it hit him?
Yeah, but he offered. He offered.
He offered. And foul ball, so it'll be a foul ball, strike 1. So they call it a foul ball. 0-1. They originally said it hit him and then realized that he offered and fouled the ball off, even though the ball hit him. 0-1 the count.
You don't get a hit by a pitch when you swing.
0-1 the count. Trying to put the ball down for a bunt move to run to the second base now. Griffin Olson looks back to first base. Sets back on the rubber. Evan Hubosh behind the plate flashing the signs. Camionado were creeping in from third base. Matheson holding the runner at first base. Olson with the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Evan Hubosh fires down to second base and gets past Kowalczyk into center field, and the runner will go to third base on that play. So each side have had some errors. This one now the second by Viroqua, as the ball came off with Kowalczyk's glove at second base. Tried to put the tag on a little too quickly, and the ball skipped out of his webbing of his glove into center field, allowing the runner down to third base. So now the runner is at third base with a 1-1 count, nobody out, and a 4-3 game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Drama again for Kaukauna now, and the pitch. That's the strike called, 1-2. Well, Griffin's got to take him himself now. And error in the first play, error on the attempted steal. They hit him dead water. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Griffin is ready on the pitch. A swing and a miss, strike 3. He's down on strikes. Got him on a hard fastball. 2 up and 1 down. And now here is Carter Stanky, the DH hitting for the right fielder, and Carver Capel. So down on strikes is Kyle Springstro. And here comes Kelly Olson to talk to his son Griffin Olson There's a conference on the mound. We'll take a brief step away. We're back here in 30 seconds after this word from Spanking the game, Sleepy Hollow.
All right, we apologize. Want to just say for the center field camera, somebody must have stepped on the cord or something. Jeff is heading back out to try to get this thing taken care of. We saw in the chat or someone that's an error on the pitcher that still counts as an earned run. And me being one that wants to, that type of, they call it useless knowledge, but I don't think so. But I want to look that up and see if that's true. If it is, hey, something learned. Thank you very much for somebody with regards to unearned and earned runs. So here we go back to VRQ.
Thing but a forward. One out, one on, and the batter is Carter Stanky, the DH. In the dirt. All one. One ball, no strikes. The wind has switched a little bit here now. That doesn't look quite as ominous now as Pete Wallaby would say. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's a popper out toward right field. Runner will tag from third base maybe. It'll be hauled in by Benny Ferget. The throw will come in and a beautiful beautiful throw by Benny Ferget.
Beautiful.
On a short fly ball to right, and he had a one-hopper to Hubash.
He would have been dead in the water.
So a beautiful throw from Benny Ferget. Benny is not hitting well, but I'll tell you, defensively, he is a good little right fielder.
Yep.
So there are two down, and Kaukauna has a runner at third base now with 2 outs. And Griffin Olsen wiggled out of this inning without a run. I feel some sprinkles.
Yep, me too. Just a little spitting. I think Pete Swanson's doing the rosary over there to keep the rain away.
2 outs. Here's the pitch. A popper found nothing in 1. And the umbrellas are up here for Viroqua. No balls and 1 strike. And the rate on my phone says no rain, so it must be artificial rain.
Nope, not real.
So it's nothing in 1. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, a 3-2 game. Blowing in from our left side now. And runner at third base is the pitch. A swing and a miss as Griffin Olsen bears down. Strike 2. Nothing in 2. And we get 1 more strike here. And this threat by Kaukauna on a situation where it turned into an error. And the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball. Down the right lane. It's a fair ball. Tie game at 4-4. Is it it's a fair ball.
Fair ball. Fair ball.
And a run comes in. It's a 4-4 game. On a little blooper over first base and Noah Matheson. And now the sprinkles have really started here at Waupun in the bottom of the 6th inning, a 4-4 game. The score is not up on the board yet, but it did count.
Yep.
And here's Owen Mursal, and the game is tied at 2-2 as a little blooper over first baseman Noah Matheson. 4-4. Scoreboard still says 4-3. And the pitch. There's a strike 1-0 on the outside corner to Owen Mursal. What has he done today?
Owen grounded out to the shortstop and hit a fly ball to third base.
And here's the pitch down low, 1-1. Double-A champion Kaukauna, single-A champion Viroqua, battling tooth and nail. Our second tie of the game. It was 1-1, 3-3, and 4-3, now 4-4. And Griffin Olsen looks in for the sign. We need the tarp over there, step here.
Yeah.
Keep that scoreboard dry. We got to keep that dry more than anything else. The rest of us can get wet. And take out to first base, Griffin Olsen. Amazing. No rain anywhere. All of a sudden we have the rain. No balls and a strike. 2 outs and the pitch. A swing and a miss, strike 2. I'll try to play through this at least. A 4-4 tie here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The cat and mouse game continues between these two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Olsen's pitch. A changeup towards third base. Oliver grabs it. He'll fire to first base on the run. Throw over there in time. Scooped by Matheson. The inning is done. And it's a tie game heading to the top of the 7th inning. 4-4, Kaukauna and Viroqua. In the inning, Steph, what do we have for the Angels of Kaukauna?
We have 1 run.
All right, folks, we got a tie ball game through 6, so we're going to have a little excitement in the 7th, and especially now that both teams have a second pitcher in there. So anyway, we got got some people here. It says good pitching, Springy. That says Bobby Kitty, and this is You Got This from Jill Lotzer. Let's go Ghosts. Lucas 1978, Bobby Kitty. So, needless to say, you bring in someone to pinch hit. He comes in clutch with a little base hit to right field. That's awesome. So, goal number 20, Logan Heindel. Right now, they've got a little bit of rain coming down here. Hopefully, it holds off before the big stuff comes. So, let me see here. Hippus, 2 hits. Cody Gaver. All right, here we go. We are in the top of the 7th. Viroqua and Kaukauna tied 4-4. You wouldn't have the championship any other way. Jennifer Fulbrecht says, let's get the bats going, 138ers. And we got Go Viroqua from Wanda Aird as the first pitch is a ball from Sprangers. It's Griffin Olson in the batter's box. No, excuse me, Evan Hubach. He's 1 for 3 today as he deposits his second base hit into right field, the second consecutive base hit. He had a single in the 5th, and he was left stranded there. Now 2 for 4. Brings up Clayton Slack, who is your starting pitcher. Now he's at shortstop. He's also 1 for 3, had a single back in the 1st, lined out to the third baseman in the 3rd, and flew out to center in the 5th.
Hubach, again, having a good tournament as well behind the plate. Looks like the rainstorm has passed, at least from the center camera, or the outfield camera.
First pitch, a strike to Clayton. Sprangers back on the mound and from the stretch, peeking in at the side, looks quickly over at first base. This pitch is outside, and the count is, counter called that one a strike. Counts 0-2. 0-2 pitch now coming from Sprangers. Nobody down here in the Viroqua half of the 7th, 1 man on. Courtesy of a base hit from Evan Hubach. And this one pop up to right. This one going in foul grounds and hauled in easily for out number 1.
And just as a recognition, again, it must be drying up over there quite a bit because I'm not seeing water coming off the shoes when they're running. And we just got through with a little bit of a sprinkle here, so that was, once again, it's just a testament about how well our field is built and designed and how much work people go in to make sure we can continue to play.
Brings up Camden Oliver, who's singled and scored back in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. Struck out looking at inning 1 and grounded out to the pitcher in inning 4. So, first pitch swinging, and 0-1. 1 man on here in the top of the 7th inning. This pitch up. They're checking to see if he went around. No. Count is now even at 1-1. Spranger's being a little more deliberate now and taking his time out there. It is the top of the 7th. You want to make sure every pitch counts. This one's a strike call, and the count is now 1-2. As this one tickled inside corner knee high.
1 out. Go ahead run is over at first base.
Crowd getting intense on both sides here. Volume's definitely increased. The count is now 2-2 as that one was outside. Rob Rule are up behind the plate. Jason Kelly out at second. Peter Freeman over there at first. As Oliver fouls one back, keeps the count at 2-2, stays alive in there. Notice he's kind of choked up just about an inch or two. Shorten the swing a little bit.
Hubach over there at first base, ready to get running if he can. And we saw before he's got good speed. So surprised they haven't tried to move him over a little
Camden
bit.
Oliver, toes on the line here. Swing and a miss as they're able to get that one in on his hands and just missed that one for out number 2.
The big hurt. Missed it this time.
Brings out number 21, Noah Matheson, struggling offensively. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, so he's looking to reverse his fortune here in the 7th. 2 down, 1 on, 4-4 tie. This one a fastball up and away from Sprangers. Matheson responsible for 2 home runs yesterday. So that's what baseball can do to you. You have some good fortune and it turns around, it'll slap you in the face sometimes. So Noah looking for a little redemption here. And this one's popped up to the right side. Right fielder converging.
As it lined
And
up.
Bartel's able to haul this one in for out number 3. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And at the end of 6.5, your score remains tied 4-4.
Comes down to the bottom of the 7th here. And once again, Jeff, I'm assuming you're going to hit the field and get an interview, or are we going to just hold off?
I'm going to hold off here because the thing is usually by the time they're done shaking hands, I could probably get down there. I already.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm not asking you to go. Are you still going to do the interview after
yes, I am.
the game?
Yes,
and are
I
you going to grab a couple of players from both teams? Because I do think that Viroqua or Kaukauna, both of them had a fantastic game here at 4-4 in the middle of the 7th.
I could do that.
Whether they're the winning team or the losing team, I think that their fans would love to hear from them from both sides and just be able to give them a chance to shout out back to their community and talk about their teammates. So,
right.
And if you feel like if the head coaches would like to come over and say something,
sure,
that would be fantastic as well.
Okay.
I know that'll give them time to get ready for the tournament pictures as well. So feel free to do that, and that'll be coming up here at the conclusion of the game. And I'm not saying the game's going to be over here at the bottom of the 7th.
We're we got
both of these teams are solid teams, and it's very possible that this could go into extra innings. And let's just hope that the weather holds off. I've got a couple of hours to tear down all of my equipment, and I'm hoping that I not have to do this in a rainstorm.
Oh gosh, no. Like you said, you might have to pay your son to come on over and help you out.
Assuming I can get a hold of him.
Or what you might do is you might see it. Oh, it's from Dad.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Hopefully he's not listening to your broadcast. All right, here we are in the Kaukauna half of the 7th inning. It's the top of the lineup. Gannon Vanderhey. He's 0 for 3, or actually 1 for 3. He singled in the first. Flew out to second and grounded to third in the 5th. And counts now 2-1 to Gannon. This curveball ripped up the middle, shortstop, ranges over to his left. Throws it over easily for out number 1 to retire Vanderhey. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Brings up the center fielder extraordinaire here for Kaukauna, Cody Gaber. He reached down a fielder's choice and scored back in inning 1. Grounded the first baseman inning 3 and then flew out to the shortstop in inning 5. So he's 0 for 3 with 1 run across. I got him starred as a potential person to talk to after the game. Not really because of the offense, but because of the defense. Quite a few putouts over the last 2 games as he grounds out to the second baseman. Nice scoop over there by Matheson at first base.
That was the first time that I've seen from Kowalczyk a tightness in the throw. I mean, he turned everything, but just didn't quite follow through as hard. But now you're right. Great scoop there by Matheson.
Danielle Kimmeth, let's go orange and get those bats going. Yeah, that's Kowalczyk over there. Yeah, it's the 7th. It's a tie ball game inside. They're still kids. And the thing is I'm sure all of them are, you know.
Oh, it's 4-4, tense.
Yeah, I was going to say the adrenaline's pumping just a little bit higher right now in all of these kids, you know.
Oh, we've been there.
Oh, yeah. Your stomach's tightened up a little bit. There's a saying, something about a 10-penny nail. So.
Yep.
So, and we got a strikeout looking to end the bottom of the 7th inning, and why not have the championship going to extra innings here as Black strikes out looking for out number 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left. At the end of 7 complete, it's still 4-4.
Let's go ahead and give some advertisers some love.
Lisa Young still cheering in awe. Never give up. Comeback Kings. Okay, we're back, and we got free baseball, as they would say, as we hit extra innings, and it brings up number 10, Ashton Swanson, who's 1 for 3. He doubled and scored, part of that 3-run rally that Viroqua had in their 6th inning to go ahead 4-3. And then Kaukauna answered in the bottom of the 6th with 1 run, obviously tie things up at 4. So here we are at Ashton Swanson right now looking at an 0-1 count from Sprangers. Sprangers with this one low and away. 1-1.
Raining again out in center field, but the sun comes out. So that's not a surprise. You typically see that.
And this one, bouncer up the middle, shortstop ranges to his left, fires, and they are able to get Swanson by 1 stop. One heck of a play by the shortstop over there. Matt Bartell. Up the middle, shortstop ranges to his left, fires, and they are able to get Swanson by 1 stop. One heck of a play by the shortstop over there. Thought, when I interviewed Anago afterwards, one thing that they brought up is all the memories that they had with these players. And one guy mentioning how he says he's going to miss playing side by side with one of his buddies that he played baseball with for 15 straight years.
Yep.
One down here in the top of the 8th, the Viroqua half of the 8th. Sprangers gets Kowalczyk to pop up to the right side. Ooh. And Owen
Heindel given it all he could get there.
Owen Hall's not able to go get that.
So it's not Heindel.
No, Hall's re-entered.
Oh, okay. So that's 28 that's out there.
Yeah, Owen Hall's.
That's right.
So Kowalczyk still stays alive. A lot of room over there in foul territory, a lot of ground to cover. We've seen some great plays from many teams already in this tournament.
Owen Hall's re-entered at first.
Sprangers with a fastball on the outer half of the plate. Call the ball by rule. It's 2-1 now to Kowalczyk. And he hits a little flare to the right side. Owen Hall's able to scoop this one up half of the plate. Call the ball by rule. It's 2-1 now to Kowalczyk. And he hits a little flare to the right, covering ground out there. He reached down an error and scored in inning 3 at a single in the 5th. And on the first pitch.
Lay again.
And he lines one out over to Halls. And Halls down an error and scored in inning 3 at a single in the 5th. And on the first pitch.
Lay again.
And he lines one out over to Halls. And Halls. Owen Hall's reflexes over there. So definitely the scouting report is don't hit it to his glove side.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he did a nice job. I'm glad that you mentioned that he came and re-entered because I want to give him credit for that. So he did a great job coming in there at first base. Well, we're got bottom of the 8th, so a little bit of extra baseball here to see how we're going to crown the Central Plains Division or AA Nationals champion here.
And it'll be Hippus, Bartell, and Springstro leading things off for the Angels here in their half of the 8th.
And what are we looking at there? So it was Hippus is 2 for 3, Bartell is 1 for 3, and Springstro is 1 for 2 with a strikeout.
Yep. Hippus was able to get a double in the first, single and scored in the fourth, flew out to center. So there's just 2 for 3. And then Bartell flew out to left, reached on a double and scored in the fourth, part of the 2-run rally in the fourth. And then reached on an error and scored in the sixth, that fourth tying run. So, once again, brings up Xander Hippus. He was the victorious pitcher last night, playing third base today and doing a good job as he looks at the first pitch at the knees for strike one. Griffin Olson on the bump for Viroqua for the last couple innings. Came into relief as he throws a curveball. The soft flare out to right. Right fielder coming in. He's able to get that one. Nice job by Kowalczyk peeling off to give him room to make that catch. We've also seen today this tournament where there's been some communication breakdowns. I know we had a collision from the center fielder and right fielder from La Crescent. Lucky both guys were able to get up from that. And then we had a few balls that have fallen in the Bermuda Triangle, both in left center and right center field in this tournament too. So anyway, first pitch, strike to Matt Bartell. He's been on base twice and scored, so Kaukauna hoping that he can get on base because magical things happen when he gets on base. This game, calling time to kind of slow things down. Griffin, he's ready to go. He works quickly. This fastball pitched outside for a ball, and it's 1-2. I'm getting a little excited too here.
Obviously, calm down, take a breath.
Calm down, take a breath. Yeah, and I'm not even playing. And this one, a strike on the outside corner, and we got 2 down. Brings up Kyle Springstro, who started things off as on the bump for the Angels. He pitched 5 2/3 innings. Looks at a curveball up. Next pitch, this one fouled off the foot of Springstro, so count now even at 1-1.
1 for 2 on the day with a walk and a strikeout.
A single happened way back in inning number 2, and then reached on a base on balls in inning 4. He struck out swinging his last time up in innings 2, 4, and 6. Got 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Championship game here between 2A champ Kaukauna and single A champ Viroqua, both of Wisconsin. And as the radio broadcasters for WVRQ said, this is the first time in the history of the Central Plains tournament, which started back in 1999, that 2 Wisconsin teams are in the championship. Nice job by Kowalczyk, ranging into shallow center. Sliding, popping up, and throwing out Springstro by Plains tournament, which started back in 1999. The 2 Wisconsin teams are in the championship. Nice job by Kowalczyk, ranging into shallow center. All right, here we go. We are in the top of the ninth, Viroqua half. It's going to be 9-1-2. Up comes the professor here, Andy Baumkamp, who last time up got things rocking and rolling with a single to right. He's 1 for 3. Struck out looking in the third, flew out to right in the fifth, singled in the sixth with a big RBI. And it says, Aaron Harris, good luck 138ers, and congratulations on all your success. Congratulations in red. Yeah, this is going to be one of those tough ones you don't like to see either team lose. Both have played well. And the professor pops this one up. Baumkamp now 1 for 4 as he pops up to the pitcher.
The positive from this, they're both going home with a big trophy.
With definitely some hardware, yeah. Well, another thing is both of these two teams are champions already, state champs. So
right.
This is just a little extra bonus here. So one down here in the top of the ninth, Griffin Olson, who is 1 for 3 right now. He flew out to left in the first, hit by pitch in the third, single in the fifth, and flew out to the third baseman back in the sixth. As he takes a pitch over to Owen Halls, he smothers it, steps on first. And we got 2 outs quickly here in the Viroqua half of the ninth. Terry Hoyam, just all caps, go Viroqua. Brings up Evan Hubach, catcher. He's 2 for 4.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say. Oh, sorry about that, Jeff. Go ahead.
He struck out swinging in the first, got on a fielder's choice in the third, 2 consecutive singles, both in the fifth and seventh. This pitch, first pitch, it foul grounds, and Owen Hall is able to haul this in before this goes out of play for out number 3.
Is that 4 out of the last 6 outs were by Hall's
by Hall's over there. Yep. Responsible for 2 outs in the 8th and now 2 outs in the 9th. And I agree with Danielle. No matter which team wins, these players have been amazing and they should be proud of their teams. And that's why what I want to do, just instead of picking who I interview, I'm just going to tell the coaches, hey, give me your guys that aren't coming back. So that's what I've decided on. So I don't care if there's 20 guys I got to interview. I don't care. It's, these guys put their heart and soul into the sport, heart and soul into these tournaments. And as Jeff was saying, a lot of these tournaments are on the road. So, you play one game a day and then, you got to find things to do, occupy your time in between. And usually that's where you kind of bond as a team.
You can see the sun is now shining here, so I don't know if that's actually a good thing, because I think I had heard on the news this morning that if the sun comes out and heats some things up, that we're going to have some nasty storms tonight and tomorrow. So let's hope that that's not the case, as we've all talked about the amount of water that we've had, and that's why it's amazing that the game has taken place. One more thing I forgot about. I want to give a shout-out to the Bat Boys, and I want to give a shout-out to the teams for adopting those Bat Boys. The Waupun Little League provides the Bat Boys for these teams, whether they bring their own or not, and they still adopt them and they keep them, and they both have jerseys on today, and they both have been hustling out there and helping out. So huge shout out to the Little Leaguers that are here for Kaukauna and for Viroqua from Waupun.
Now batting for in the Kaukauna half of the ninth is Carter Steinecke, designated hitter. Sacrifice bunt in the second, grounded out to first in the fourth, and flew out to right in the sixth. He's 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the ball game as he looks at a pitch outside. Count now even at 1-1. Griffin Olson coming in relief for Clayton Slack and has done a pretty darn good job here.
That's what I was just going to say, but so both of the pitchers of record that originally started the game, Slack and Springstro, neither one of them are in the running for the win.
And someone posted here, Daniel Kivens says Kyle, he's going to be heading to UW Platteville. Just wondering if he's going to
play by the defense, third baseman.
Yeah, the big hurt showing his range over there. Nice. And someone posted here, Daniel Kivens says Kyle, he's going to be heading to UW Platteville. Just wondering if he's going to
play by the defense, third baseman.
Yeah, the big hurt showing his range over there. Having some defensive gems. 4 out of the last 6 outs, putouts.
Unassisted.
Unassisted. As he swings and misses at a breaking pitch from Olson. So, Danielle, is Kyle going to be playing any sports when he's over there at Platteville, or is he just going to go get his – I bet you he's going there for engineering, too. That's good engineering school. I could be wrong, but be curious to know.
Was that mentioned before in one of our games?
We had a kid that was playing soccer at UW Platteville, but I think it's one of the La Crescent kids.
Okay.
And Kyle, the pitcher, Springstro, he's heading to Platteville this fall. So I was just curious if he's going to play some baseball.
I hope so.
Like I say, Division III baseball, a lot of people make fun of it, but it's some good baseball. As Halls grounds out to the pitcher for out number 2. So say my oldest son played catcher at Carthage College.
Oh, WEAC baseball is pretty decent baseball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and ironically, the thing is Zach, a lot of their non-conference games, I know they played UW Whitewater, they played UW Oshkosh, and so forth and so forth. And I know they played Platteville when they were down in Florida. Woo! Glove save and a beauty by Olson. Zach, a lot of their non-conference games, I know they played UW Whitewater, they played UW Oshkosh, and so forth and so forth. And I know they played Platteville when they were down in Florida. Woo! Glove save and a beauty by Olson. Good information. We appreciate that. It's kind of nice to get to just even though I don't know the kids, it helps you feel like I know the kids.
Well, you develop who they are as people when you start talking about that they're going on to post-secondary education or training of any kind. Is just speaks that they've got some additional skills, and even if they're not going post-secondary and they're just going into the workforce, it still talks about who their character, and then that's what we want to find out about these kids.
Because the thing is usually the reasons, why you have a good program and a good team is you have good kids, and the kids usually get along with each other pretty well, and they have other aspirations besides just baseball, so they're well-rounded young men.
Okay, so explain this to me, Jeff. We had the rain, and now my first base camera's working. So you add a little more moisture to the electronics, and it starts working?
Well, I was thinking what happened is the sun popped out and evaporated some of that stuff from inside the cords. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. So, and then if you don't know, as we talked before, I don't remember if we talked in this game or the last game. But
it was the last game, yeah.
I've got HDMI cable running all the way out to the scoreboard, so you can see where that scoreboard is and where the camera shot is here. So, and then all the way down the dugout, you can't see that. So I've got sets of cords and electronics and transmitters and receivers to make sure that I can bring you this broadcast.
Clayton Slack coming up. He was the starting pitcher. He is looking for his second base hit of the ball game as he fouls one off to the right side. Danielle said that she doesn't know if her brother Kyle is going to be playing ball at Platteville. She sure hopes so, because she says she's not ready to stop watching him play.
Well, I would hope that the coach can go watch this video of the games of Kaukauna, and maybe somebody drops a link to the baseball coach
Danielle
over there, and it says, take a look at this young man.
Especially that game against LeSueur Henderson. As our center fielder out there, Mr. Consistency for Kaukauna, Cody Gaber, hauls in a fly ball for out number 1 here in the top half of the 10th inning for Viroqua. So even if this is a major league game, we're looking at extra innings here. So very, very interesting. Brings up number 23, Camden Oliver. He pops one out. Foul territory, and this one's going to land in the bleachers as we hear it ricochet off the aluminum.
Lucas Post, not bad for a 1,200 enrollment versus 319. Yeah, well, Viroqua, you're adding a couple of other communities that participate in the baseball or not. But either way, we get it. It's Class AA versus Class A, so we understand that. So I would agree with you. We've said the same things when we're here in Waupun when we've had to play up divisions, especially my son was a hockey player, and until 2 years ago they didn't have 2 divisions in hockey. It was 1, so we always were competing against schools that were 2 to 3 times our size.
Camden Oliver goes down swinging for out number 2. But like I say, I was just rooting for some good baseball, and I got my wish here. We got 4-4, and we're in the 10th. So I think it's going to be a battle of attrition here, depending on how many pitches Sprangers and Olson have. I'm sure they probably have the full slate, I'm guessing. Obviously, if they're both of them are well past 30. So, as we hit a base hit to right field. This one just inside the line.
He's going to
over
go
right
for
field.
two.
He's going to go for two. And he's standing up. And we have a base runner for Viroqua with 2 outs. Noah Matheson
Number 4 or 5 hitter.
with a double.
3 strikeouts on the game.
His first hit of the ball game. So, like you say, I'm sure he knows what happened through the first 6 innings. And now he's in scoring position. A chance for the go-ahead run here in the top of the 10th with 2 down brings up Ashton Swanson, who's 1 for 4. He doubled and scored in the 6th. And you notice both teams, the thing is, have been very patient, and a lot of balls being driven to the opposite field. So doing a great job of sitting, keeping their hands back and driving the ball, especially when second basemen are trying to hold them on in scoring position. And this one's a strike. Count now 0-2. Spranger's battling back here with some 2 consecutive fastballs. This curveball just missed. Spranger's walking towards first base. He wanted that one.
It looked like almost the same spot, just a little bit lower.
This fastball followed back. It's a piece of the umpire and ricochets out to the on-deck circle. Bad boy Bubs right on that, no problem.
Swanson staying alive in there.
1-2, 2 down here in the top of the 10th. 2 down for Viroqua, runner in scoring position in this 4-4 championship ball game. Pitch from Sprangers. This one bounces. Nice job by Block knocking that one and keeping Matheson at second base. 2-2 across the scoreboard. Deuces are wild. The pitch from Sprangers. This fastball, low. Count now runs full, 3-2.
3-2 with 2
payoff
outs.
Pitch coming from Sprangers here in the Viroqua half of the 10th. I'm sure Matheson will be running on the pitch. And some people are saying no. See, there he goes. Ashton Swanson. Yes, I was corrected. I've been saying Noah Matheson all this time. We got Ashton Swanson up. I apologize.
Well, I said that, but you kept talking over me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, and it's, as a matter of fact, I had someone do the shout out. It's Ashton that's up, and I'm like, oh, whoops. Jennifer Fulbreck, she said that. So thanks, Jennifer. Like I say, even though I'm 53 years old and my kids aren't playing anymore, nothing like a great, exciting game of baseball. So Ashton Swanson. Foul, gets a piece of Block. Block, I think, bounced up, caught him in the thigh. That's got to sting a little bit.
He almost had
Rob Rule was going to give the pitcher Sprangers the ball, kind of give him a chance. Thumbs up over to his dugout. And Charlie Black's like, no, nobody's taking me out. It's the 10th inning.
Ashton Swanson here, trying to be the hero.
Yep. Fastball, this one drilled to center field. Gaber going back in the front of the warning track. He'll haul this in for out number 3.
Very confident on that. You see him giving the wave to make sure that if anybody was coming over to supply some assistance, he's telling them, I got it. So that was a great communication. We were talking about that before, that left fielder was breaking towards him as well.
I was thinking what he was doing is feeling for the fence, because he felt himself go on the warning track there for a little bit, and sometimes that hand, gets out there, you want to feel for the fence, so that could be too, but
I don't think he got to the warning track there. As it was still in the middle of the grass there. But I think he did turn and look to find that fence. So either way, it was a great play.
That's all I'm saying is Gaber's been a steady person out there in center field, the bottom line. So
Rose wants to know what place did Waupun take when we in our tournament. They took fourth in the tournament, we losing in the third place game
to Anago,
to the Double-A runner-up. So Waupun was a Jekyll and Hyde team. They're all the way through 5 innings. They looked like they could have won this championship. And then as soon as the 5th and 6th or 7th inning, whichever it was, they just fell apart. Cody Gaber is clutch, Gabe Hammond says, and I agree with that. So Extra inning baseball here. Bottom of the 10th coming up. Come on, Kaukauna, let's get these bats swinging, says Nieva Schultz.
And we are in the bottom of the 10th, Kaukauna half here, and it'll be the top of the lineup. It'll be Gannon Vanderhey, Cody Gaber, and Charlie Block. Vanderhey, 1 for 4, single in the first, flew out the second and the third, grounded the third and the fifth, grounded the short in the seventh. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, but now it's the 10th. So even numbered inning for him. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Viroqua's played solid defense, though, today. I'm trying to see. I don't see errors posted any place on Game Changer. So
we had a few errors in this game.
Oh, I know we had, but I just was trying to figure out who had how many.
So, yeah, well, the thing is didn't we say with Springstro, out of his 4 runs, none of them were earned?
Right.
Yeah,
yep.
So he had a couple errors there. So fastball outside here to Vanderhey, count now 2-1. Griffin Olsen working quickly. Kind of reminds me, as far as how quickly he works, there's a pitcher for the Brewers, Brent Suter. Doesn't pitch anything like him, but as far as pace-wise, here you go. He gets the ball back, and he's ready to go. Now Kaukauna always asking for time, trying to slow up those rhythm a little bit, and sure enough, Vanderhey on cue hits a ground ball single to left field.
Look at that bat boy going flying out there. I just want to get
I know. Bubs, it says on the back of his helmet.
Oh. Didn't mean to detract from the base hit.
Mariah Piotr says, let's go, Cody, Mr. Consistency. Go Ghosts. And sure enough, on cue, Cody Gaber up to the plate.
Jill Lotzer says the same thing. Yeah, let's go, Kaukauna.
Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in inning number 1. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, and this one gets past Hubach. A rare ball
mistake
to the backstop, and we got a runner in scoring position for Kaukauna.
So the batter did what he wanted to do and moved the runner over to second base.
And as one who used to catch, the thing is sometimes it's challenging when a guy squares the bunt and then you still got to see the ball.
Well, you can see the runner taking off, right?
Yeah, out of the corner of your eye. So all that stuff at one time, Gaber with the bunt to the pitcher, he's going to throw over to first, and first baseman makes a heck of a play on that errant throw. To get Gaber, we got a runner 90 feet away for Kaukauna with 1 down.
Charlie Block up to bat now for Kaukauna.
Yeah, we got a discussion out the mound. I've seen this where, like, back when Coach DeBoer was alive for Waupun, when we were playing in a sectional final, we had a runner at third with 1 down. He intentionally walked the next 2 batters to get the bases loaded.
Yep.
So that way he had forces, then.
Especially with 1 out, see if you can get double play and right, and you get the force at home. Every base is a force.
Right, but and obviously then you want the force then at home then.
Right.
So the thing is it wouldn't surprise me as Rob Rule's heading down to break up the party. And probably something along that lines about, hey, maybe we should look, it wouldn't surprise me. Because both programs are that type, they don't play checkers, they play chess.
Well, and it certainly is, and both of these coaches have created high-quality programs. So just taking a look at their records again, Viroqua, 37-5 coming into this one, and Kaukauna, 17-6. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, infield's in. So obviously looking for a play at the plate. We'll see how this thing goes. The first pitch to Charlie Black is.
So if he was going to walk him, he would have probably put him on right away, right?
Right, yeah. And, so that's what you can do here with the Legion in high school baseball. Just put him on, obviously with the pitch count. Fastball outside corner, a strike count now even at 1-1. Charlie right now is 1 for 4. Single, 2 Ks, and a ground ball, and this one is over. It's Charlie Black hits this one to right center field. And Charlie Black, the hero of this one, and it's 5-4-10, and Kaukauna defeats Viroqua. So the thing is even if the runner doesn't touch first, that's 2 down, the runner scores. So game over. I'll be heading down to the field for post-game interviews. So thanks, people, for joining us for the video live stream. Appreciate it.
sure you ask them to unplug the cord right away, too. All right, so you just saw the winning hit there by Charlie Block, and we were talking about before how great he has played this entire tournament. So Kaukauna, the AA champion, is going to come out of here, and Viroqua should not be hanging their heads. They did a fantastic job as well, representing the single A programs throughout the state of Wisconsin very well. So we're going to switch to the on-field interview here, and we got to switch over to the wireless system. So we'll be give us a second as we switch over and we get some interviews going. Yeah.
Hey, Viroqua, when you're done talking, could I have the guys that are not coming back? This was your last game. I want to talk to you.
All right, Jeff, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, that's good. You should be able to keep the headset on. You're not getting a delay.
I want to actually just talk to your guys that aren't coming back. This was their last game, and those are the guys I want to talk to.
So you can hear me just fine?
Yep, I can hear you. You just
okay,
get
what
your
I'm
mic
going to do is drop the headset so we don't have the echo.
Flip the mic up and keep the headset on.
Sounds good.
There, now you should be able to still... Now you should be able to hear me and not have a delay. And when you talk into the mic,
Test.
I have a little bit of a delay up here, too.
See,
so you're
that's
okay.
what messes me up when I interview.
Well, just
so
hang in
what
there.
I'll do is when I interview...
Now I don't have a delay.
All right.
Put
so
it
you can
back.
hear me just fine, like this?
Yeah.
Okay,
but you
this is
can't
the way
hear
we'll do
me.
It.
You can't
I
hear
know,
me
I can
ask a
actually
question.
hear you. I got
okay.
you right down around my neck. I can hear you.
All right, are we just going to let them go through their all tournament ending stuff, Jeff, and just call it?
I don't. We'll see how what Derek wants to do. I know he's getting the medallions kind of ready.
Oh, I know, but we could be interviewing one of the team players now. That's why I was just wondering.
Yeah, I told the coaches. I just said I just want now Scott's coming down here, so I might maybe wait till after they're done doing the presentations before I interview the guys or something.
Okay, then I'm going to zoom the camera in a little bit on the presentation here. And I'm going to start tearing apart my other cameras here. And I know everybody can hear me out there, but yes, I want to give a shout out. Wanda Aird, great season, Viroqua. Pax Boy Reacts. Joey's better. Rebecca Martin, great season, Viroqua. We're very proud of you. And Pax Boy Reacts, go Kaukauna. So yes, you should be very proud. Both of these programs, a hard-fought game, and very impressed with how these teams played. So they're getting ready to go through the announcements here, and I'm going to see if my microphone will pick up the loudspeaker. I'll be able to see if it's coming through or not, and then we'll go from there. If not, I'll see what I can do to offer assistance.
I just want to thank everybody once again for attending the tournament. We thank you for your support of the tournament, whether it's your concession stand, your beer stand, your 50-50 raffles. We just thank you all for coming. First thing we're going to do, we have a batting champion for the weekend. He stuck around. He's from Anago. He was 8 for 12, 667. Neil Brettel.
So Anago is the batting champion. Mr. Brettel. I didn't catch the first name, so I apologize for that.
Neil Brettel. He was 8 for 12 coming into that game against Waupun, and then he finished 10 for 13 overall. So he definitely earned that batting championship.
Awesome, Jeff. Thanks for adding some of that commentary in there. They can hear you.
Okay.
All right, next order of business, we're going to do the individual awards. First for runner-up Viroqua, Class A state champions, runner-up at the regional tournament. Congratulations, guys. All right, I'm going to go in numerical order. Number 1, Griffin Olson. Number 2, Aiden McDowell. Number 3, Clayton Weston. Number 4, Braden Wendowski. Number 6, Andy Baumkamp. Number 7, Ethan Solberg. Number 9, Clayton Slack. Number 10, Ashton Swanson. Number 11, Andy Breckenbush. Number 12, Benny Burgett. 16, Casey Kowalczyk. 17, Evan Hubach. 19, Tyler Breckenbush. 21, Noah Matheson. And 23, Camden Oliver. Then Pete Swanson, if we could have you come up, please, and collect your second place trophy. Congratulations, Viroqua. Just so everybody knows, we will let the teams out here take team photos as soon as we're done here. All right, for your Central Plains Region Division 2 champion, Kaukauna. Number 1, Charlie Block. Number 2, Gannon Vanderhey. Number 3, Riley Hemme. Number 4, Owen Mursal. Number 5, Brady Kilgus. Number 6, Cody Gaber. Number 7, Jordan Van Cowenberg. Number 9, Owen Moss. Number 10, Matthew Bartell. Number 12, Brett Sprangers. Number 14, Derek Hirschfeld. Number 15, Carver Capel. Number 16, Kyle Springsgrove. Number 20, Logan Heindel. Number 21, Xander Hippis. 28, Owen Halls. Number 29, Carter Steineke. And number 30, Xavier Stuber. And then if we could have Coach Gaber, please come collect your championship trophy. All right, we do have one more order of business. We do have some all-tournament team hardware to hand out yet. We're going to start out first with Viroqua. Number 1, Griffin Olson. Number 9, Clayton Slack. And number 21, Noah Matheson. And for Kaukauna, number 1, Charlie Block. #16, Kyle Springstrode. #21, Xander Hippis. I'll be honest, I certainly would love to have had a lot more all-tournament teams, certainly even for Viroqua. We had 2 or 3 other guys that were definitely candidates, and you guys are the same way, so please don't feel slighted if you didn't get one. Our all-tournament MVP, he might have had a big hit, Charlie Block. All right, he's not officially our tournament director, but he pretty much dual purpose. He's our head coach here in Waupun. He runs a lot of stuff along with his wife. So here's Derek Stanky.
Thanks, Scott. I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Because I coach high school ball too, so this year's been trying all the way since March. So here we are, and would it have been any different this weekend? This is exactly where we've been all year, so it's nothing new. Thank you for Viroqua, Kaukauna, our host here in Waupun. Great job. Viroqua, Pete, great job. Bill, Kaukauna, you guys did amazing. Both class acts here, state champs, great seasons. Just hats off to you guys and your program. Keep building, keep going, do the things the right way. You know, Coach McGinnis said it perfect on Friday night. You know, if the ball's in your court, what are you going to do with it? Okay? Do things the right way. This little guy here had a great time. Where's our other little bad boy? Is he over there yet? We appreciate all that. Our kids idolize these guys. So thank you for bringing them a hat, signing a ball, giving them a jersey. You know, that's what baseball is about. It's the most respectful, in my opinion, the most respectful, the most family-like game. And we need to keep it that way. And with gentlemen like these from Kaukauna and Viroqua, they're setting the stage. So thanks for all the support all weekend. Thanks for hanging with us. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 2 games in, but 8 inches of rain and about 60 hours. We're blessed to have the turf, and thanks for the support. Drive safe, and keep rocking Legion baseball. Thank you. Couple other shout-outs that I need to be recognized. Our umpire crew, who is not, they're getting changed, they're even left. They, you know, had to do the time changes too, so great job to the umpires. All the staff that work concessions, field work. Don't ever let anyone tell you that turf field is maintenance free, because it's not. As you can see, there's a lot that goes into this. You wouldn't know, but we spent about 8 to 10 hours on Wednesday pressure washing the the turf out in front of the mound there, and that went to Koch on the first night. So nice 8 hours for 4 or 5 guys, 40 hours of work. But thanks to them guys for helping out, and the guys upstairs. Jeff Dave down here, Jeff Sauer, Sam Lance, and our game changer all weekend, and our MC Scotty. Been with Scotty for a while, and he's the perfect guy for the job. And his son played for me in 2014 and 15, and he's stuck with the program. So he's down here every game, even in the regular season, and he's our guy. So Scotty, what are you, 52? 52. So the only time he misses on Wednesdays is because he plays moderate pitch softball, and he still plays catcher, which is crazy, fun, steel league and everything. So hats off to all these guys. I meet Jeff Sauer up there with his equipment. We had, I think, 4 or 5 camera angles, and Jeff Days keeping us in the game online, and we appreciate what everybody does. So if I missed anyone, I'm truly sorry, but I'm ready to go back to work tomorrow after 12 days. So thank you all.
I'm not going to talk a whole lot. One last thank you though. I want to thank all the Legion guys, the guys out at the gates all weekend. Obviously this is a Legion tournament, but they do a lot for us here in Waupun, so we certainly thank them. They do brush fries all the time to help raise money, so if there's anyone left here, please thank them. But otherwise, go ahead, take your pictures, please. Congratulations on a great season, both teams. One more thing, we have the all tournament team guys come up here quick for a couple pictures.
So stick with us. We're still looking to see if we can get some interviews with some of the players. If
yeah,
not, we
they're doing
understand.
they're doing all tournament team picks, and all that stuff. So we'll see, Jeff. I'm not going to guarantee anything. You can see the Viroqua boys over there. They're they're only their 6th loss the whole season or something like that. And
yep.
I think the thing is what's sinking in for some of these guys is it's their last
end of the
game
road.
of their so.
I'm going to continue to just keep tearing stuff down up here, though, and I want to get down to.
I hear that. I gotcha. No, I had to go give Derek a rough time or something. He mentioned Scotty having his son play for him, and I'm like, hey, I guess my kid didn't play for you? Okay.
Or mine didn't.
But he goes,
Win a
it's
state
been a
title
long,
for you.
few days here. Long
Yeah.
12 days, he said.
Yeah. Yeah, we understand that. We've all
Yeah, I know.
We've all
But
been
you know
here.
how we all like to give each other crap and stuff like that, so.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't care if he's been tired for 12 days. I'm going to rib him a little bit.
Whenever you get a chance.
But while everybody's getting tournament team pictures and stuff like that, I was talking to some fans from Viroqua, and the way it sounds that they're going to be hosting state next year. Things got pushed. They were supposed to host this year, but because of COVID last year, everything got bumped, and then so Denmark hosted this year, and it's going to be Viroqua next year. So I hope that's the case, because now I'm anxious to see the improvements they made. They were talking about how they put in some new cement bleachers over there and so forth, and it's been a while since I've been to the bowl, so hopefully maybe we can make a trip over there next year and be able to compete for a state championship. I was going to say, Coach, could I have the guys, this is their last game. That's what I want. And that'd be great while pictures are going on, if you don't mind. All right, Coach. Looks like we got some guys. This is their last game, and they're bringing over the trophy and so forth. So here we roll.
Right there, Jeff, back up.
Back up this way?
Yep.
Okay, because they want to get in the camera. And
Yeah,
then,
that
of
way I
course,
don't have to hold it.
these guys want you to get the trophy in the camera, too.
You betcha.
So they did say Angels in 4, so they did follow through with what they were going to say. So, guys, some of you guys have probably been playing since you're able to walk. Anything you want to say to your teammates? Anything you want to say to the fans back home? Anything of that nature? I know when I interviewed Anago, one of the players says what he's going to miss most is playing with his buddy that he played with for the last 15 years. So we'll just go right down the line and say what you got to say.
Probably that I'm just super proud of this group of guys, and it's a great way to end it.
We knew since regionals that we could come this far, and I'm blessed to say that we were all a team together. We knew we were going to win regionals, win state, and even this. We all called it. Let's go, guys.
Just since we were little, we've been talking about, when we get to high school, state, nationals, all that stuff, and it's just a dream come true. So it's a great ride with the guys.
I don't know, I'm going to miss playing with everybody. It's really sad to say that I'm done, but I had a great time playing with all you guys.
Yeah, we were able to fight back through some tough times, and I passed it on. I would say we're more than just a team. We've all been playing together since we were 8 years old. We're more of family now, and it's great to come out on top with all these guys.
Talk to your family members back
These
here.
kids are my brothers. I love all of them, and we love playing for the city of Kaukauna. The fans are the best, and we just had to go out on top.
We came together as a family since we were all young, and it kind of meshed together, and we knew what flaws we had and knew what we could fix, and we just fixed them all, and it was a great group of boys to play with.
I know your big sister says she's not ready to hear you, see you stop playing. She wants you to play when you go to Platteville. You going to change your mind and maybe talk to the coach over there?
I'm definitely going to talk to the coach over there.
All right, good. You can still keep the orange then. You're just going to have to trim it with blue.
We've been working for this since we were 9 years old. I mean, all the hard work finally paid off. I'm proud of this team.
We've been playing for last 5+ years, and thanks to Coach Bill for everything.
These boys are tremendous. We've been together for a crazy long time. We knew since we were little kids that we're going to win it, and I think now we're always going to be a family, and we're always going to be there for each other, even past baseball and into our lives. So, great win.
Well, guys, it must have been the chicken ramen, right? Or is that a different team? I don't know. It's a different team. I get things mixed up. But, hey, congratulations, guys, and good luck in the future.
Angels in 4.
One more thing, Charlie said.
Angels in 4.
Yes, sir. Right there. Nice job.
I'm hoping now if Viroqua's willing, bring some of their seniors over.
Right. Absolutely.
When you guys are done, could I have the guys, this is their last game, the seniors, the super seniors. I'll wait. Want me to wait for half an hour? I'll wait a half an hour, Coach. But Viroqua just still wants to finish up the personal pictures. You can see the Quackenbushes over there, the brothers getting pictures together.
We'll keep it rolling here. So congratulations again to Kaukauna. They did a fantastic job in this tournament, and they've had a fantastic season. Again, I believe their overall record, they won it in 4 just like they talked about, so that's 18-6 for this year.
Right, and the thing is like, I'm trying to think who was the one that was stating that you said that since they were 8 years old that they knew that they had a group of guys back then that could compete for championships and so forth. So that's kind of some serious hindsight on their part, but it looks as though these guys, they do get along. That's huge. Anybody who says team chemistry doesn't count is crazy. I know Scott Van Galen, the PA announcer, his son and my son played together, and those guys to this day, they're 25 years old now, and those guys, that's all they talk about is their memories from high school baseball and Legion. So, I think Hippus put it best. He just said, he goes, we've been playing since we were 8, and we're more than just teammates, we're family. piped in about 3 of those innings, and I noticed you guys do listen because I heard, they've been calling him the professor, and he does have a 4.0.
No.
Well, the thing is and we called him the librarian. And I mean, he had that kind of young, youthful appearance.
Can't reach it. Jeff Taves, are you still there? No. So the time that you could be talking to kill time. He's right down there. Took the headphones off. He said he would be able to hear me.
Yeah. Right. I was kind of doing most of the announcing. Jeff would chime in, but most of the time he's running the computer and the equipment and stuff. So. Right. Yeah, I appreciate you guys too. Hey, a lot of people from Viroqua and across the border in Minnesota. Oh, the guys from VRQ! Yay! Looks like we got some guys creeping over here, Jeff. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Just go ahead and you got dead air.
Okay.
You killed the
I see
whole
the
time
camera at different angles, so I'm going to try to get them in this area.
It doesn't matter.
So it's just you
back
two
to
guys
them.
that aren't coming
Jeff,
back
go to them.
the last game? Wow. So you got all these guys coming back next year? Okay, so. All right, looks like Viroqua just has 2 guys that aren't coming back next year.
Wow.
One guy I affectionately called the professor, and listening to VRQ today, found out that he graduated with a 4.0, so it fits. So I don't know what he's got for his future, but I'm sure whatever it is, it's going to be fantastic. So a little reflection on your baseball career from the time you're probably learning how to walk to now. Anything you got to say?
I just want to thank all my coaches and all the parents, and especially my parents who brought me to all the games and helped me every year.
Also, another one here, as I say, great tournament at this end. Just want to know if you want anything to add.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to my family and my teammates throughout the years of my Legion career, my high school career, and I just want to thank all my coaches, and it's been fun, and I won't ever forget it.
Also, we had I know when I interviewed Anago, and I just interviewed Kaukauna, and they said that you end up leaving more than just teammates. You leave as family. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would definitely agree that we'll have friendships that we made over the years with all these guys. We'll be friends with them the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I would agree too.
Well, guys, I think definitely your team deserves a mural over there in the bowl. I know you guys just got done refurbishing it and everything, and there's some new murals and so forth in that one bleacher area. So I think I'm going to have a little trip to Viroqua next year and take a look at it. It's been a while since I've been down there. Last time I was there was when Mitch Stahlsberg was the pitcher down there. So, hey, you guys definitely put a big notch in the history of Viroqua baseball. And proud of you guys, and proud of the way you represented the 138ers, and wish you luck in your future endeavors. What is the future for you guys?
I'm going to UW lacrosse currently.
Gonna major? What are you gonna major in yet, or not? Haven't decided yet?
I'm hoping sports psychology, but we'll see.
Fantastic.
I'll be attending Marshalltown Community College. It's a junior college in Iowa. I'll be playing baseball there, and I'll be just getting my generals done my first year.
Fantastic. Wish you guys the best in the future, and like I say, you guys definitely put your imprint in on Viroqua baseball. So good luck in the future, and thanks for your time, guys, especially after a tough loss like this. So thank you. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of love from down there. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it here for our closing ceremonies from the Gus here in Waupun. Thank you again for following the live stream and for all your participation. We've enjoyed bringing you this broadcast. We do hope that you've enjoyed what we were able to bring to you, and I hope that sometime down the road that our paths will cross. Thanks again. This is Jeff Sauer and Jeff Taves from Jeff's Live Streams, bringing you this broadcast.